are ready to go to introduce our seniors. So with that, I'm going to give the microphone over to Coach Raywalt, and he will do the introducing for these fine young men.
First up tonight, number 3, Marshall McCullough is here with his dad Forrest and his mom Trina, brother Ty Timber, and Davia. He's played for 8 years. His best memory was playing at Century Link Field in Seattle in the 8th grade, and he wants to go on to become an electrician. Next up, number 7, Taylor Tony. Here with the parents, Tom and Janet Tony. 7 years of experience. During his freshman year with Nancy, he played chicken in the pool all day, and that's his best memory. He wants to go on to attend a 4-year university. Number 12, number 10, Tyler Giraldes. He's here with Stacy Mom and Chris's dad. His grandma Jan Austin and Lonnie Austin's grandpa. He's played for 9 years. His best memory is every second spent with his brothers. He wants to go on to a 4-year university. Number 11, Kyle Kimball. He's here with Dad Tom, his stepmom Nancy, his mom Heidi Frazier, Grandpa Gary Irvin, and Grandma Joan Irvin. He's played a total of 11 years. His best memory is playing at Clink at Seattle, and he wants to go on to play college football. Next up, Zelos McElroy. He's here with his brother Jason and his sister Melina. He's only been here for a year, but his big memory was making his big hit against the Bulldogs at North Mason. He wants to go on to become a business major at Washington State University. Number 20, Skylar Ross. He's here with Tiffany Williams, Jay Williams, mom and dad. He's played for a total of 11 years. And all the memories he made up the camps all the years, he enjoyed every minute. His future plan is to attend a 4-year university and become a mechanical engineer. Number 23, Willie Ruiz. Parents are Juan Ramirez, Carolina Rivas, and sister Alexander Rivas. Willie's played for 6 years. His best memory was running the ball at Wenatchee, and he plans on going to college, he's not sure where. Number 30, Jimmy Yee. Jimmy's here with his sister, Good Molly. He's played 4 years for us, and he loves going to camp every year, whether Nakata or Wenatchee. Right now, he's planning on going to Stanford. Number 34, Gage Peterson. Gage is here with Terry Mason and Tim Mason. He's played for us for 3 years. And his sophomore year, he had an 80-yard touchdown on his first play as a tailback. He would like to become a physical therapist. Number 52, Dylan Paul. He's here tonight with Chris Young, his mom, Allie Howe's girlfriend, and his brother Dalton Paul. Dylan's played for 10 years. He went to every camp I can remember. He had a good time at each one, and he'd like to become a PE teacher. Number 54, our other Dylan Payman. Dylan's here with Marlene and Josh Payman. He's played here for 4 years. His best memories are at Camp Nakata, and Dylan wants to go to college. Number 61, Levon Carlson. He's here with Kim Raymond, his mom. He's played for 8 years. His best memory was playing at the Clink, and he wants to go straight into the construction trades out of high school. Number 62, Manny Santini. Manny's here with his dad Larry, who's one of our coaches. So Larry went up with Larry. He's been here for 6 or 8 months. He's played for 5 years. His best memory is playing with the Highclimbers. And man plans on joining the Army or the Marine Corps. Number 65, Darkway Jennings. Darkway is here with Lord Chapel and Bruce Wilson. He has played for 10 years. His best memory was swimming in Camp Linfield. He plays on the 10-year community college and transferred to a 4-year college. Number 66, Dakota Jones Gilstrap. Goes along with Lori James Jones. He's played for 7 years. His best memory, like the other guys, is playing up the clink. And he wants to go down to the University of Texas and seek a medical degree. Number 68, Gable Lacey. He's here with Julie Lacey's mom, Chris Lacey's dad, and Quinn, his sister. He's played for 10 years. Going to Wenatchee as a freshman and messing around in the hotel pool was another big memory. And he would like to become an athletic trainer. Number 72, Nick Wusner. His dad is Todd Wusner, his mom is Tina Jones, stepmom is Teresa Brenning. He's played for 4 years. He remembers chasing down a quarterback in Oklahoma, and he wants to go to a 4-year school like Washington State and get a degree in biology. Number 77, Eli Mahoney. Eli's here with his mom, Jane Hope, and Neil Mahoney. 4 years he's played for us. His first varsity start as a sophomore is a big highlight in his life. And he would like to go to the Evergreen State College and become a political science major. Number 82, Cody A. Bragg. Cody's here with mom Cheryl, sister Alicia, brother James. He's played here for 4 years. His best memory is just a few weeks ago, breaking a school record for the longest field goal. And he wants to go on to Kingdom College, hopefully Washington State. Number 86, Ezekiel Dale. He's here with mom Julie and dad James. He's played for 4 years. Wenatchee football camp is his favorite memory. He wants to attend Central Washington University and play rugby. Last but not least, Jose Flores, number 87. He's here with Carlos Hernandez, his brother. He's only been with us for about 4 months. His best memory was rooming with all the other guys at camp. And he wants to go to college and play soccer. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's give a nice hand for all those seniors and parents. And it's been a pleasure watching these kids come through our program, and we thank the support of those families.
This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Good evening and welcome to Week 9 of the 2016 high school football season. We are coming to you from Highclimbers Stadium on the campus of Shelton High School, where tonight the Shelton Highclimbers host the Capital Cougars in the South Sound Conference. I'm Dietrich Allen along with Jerry Apple. Tonight we have the 3 and 5 Highclimbers taking on the 5 and 3 Cougars. The Highclimbers are coming off a 35-31 loss to Central Kitsap. Shelton overcame a delay in the game's start in a 14-point deficit by scoring 21 points before seeing the Cougars from Silverdale respond. The Climbers would answer each time CK tied the game, but after Cody Bragg hit a 32-yard field goal in the fourth quarter, Central Kitsap's DeAndre Sincere returned to the kickoff 75 yards to score his 5th touchdown, which left Shelton little time to respond. On the positive side, the Highclimbers' passing game continued to be effective, with quarterback Tyler Geraldus again completing about 50% of his passes. Last week's loss effectively ended Shelton's chance at the postseason, as they are now 2-4 in FSC play. There is a slim possibility, but many obstacles stand in their way. The biggest one, Capital. The Cougars are 4-2 in the South Sound Conference and are 3rd in the standings after upsetting Gig Harbor 49-17 last week. Capital also beat Yelm 20-7, shut out Central Kitsap 16-0, lost to 4th-ranked Peninsula 15-12, blanked North Thurston 42-0, and lost to Timberline 12-7. In their non-league games, the Cougars got by Black Hills 42-28 and lost to the 3rd-ranked River Ridge 35-22. For the most part, Capital is a running team behind Nathan Tyler. However, the Cougars can be explosive and have utilized play-action pass. So we will be watching Chris Penner, Carson Bertelli, Chris Schnellman, and Grant Erickson. Questions for tonight. Will the Highclimbers be able to establish their running game, continue their consistent passing game, stop the run, and defend the pass? Or will the Cougars continue to surprise and maintain 3rd place by winning their 4th game in a row? That's what we're here to find out. It's also senior night, as some 20 Shelton players were recognized just a few minutes ago here at the Highclimber Stadium. Coming up, we talk with Shelton coach Matt Hinkle. It's week 9 of the 2016 high school football season. The Capital Cougars at the Shelton Highclimbers next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Tonight's game is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected, and Hillcrest Shell, offering affordable prices and friendly service.
Are you looking for an affordable TV service option?
Hood Canal Communications has good news.
Introducing HCC IPTV.
Get local Seattle TV at an affordable price without lengthy contracts or hidden fees.
IPTV uses your broadband connection from HCC.
For a limited time, get your first 3 months for free.
Need broadband? HCC has got you covered. Ask about broadband options in your area. Call 898-2481 today.
Learn more at hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
With high school football season winding down, we turn our thoughts towards basketball. This season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, plans to broadcast 24 games from all over Mason County. Our schedule has 9 Shelton Boys games, 8 featuring the Lady Climbers, more than half a dozen in North Mason, and a few from Merriam Knight. Basketball season starts November 28th, and you can watch all the action on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Advertising packages are available.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Anything can happen on Thursday. America was born on a Thursday. So was Odell Beckham Jr. and that Pac-Man guy. Oh, and this happened. Anything can happen on Thursday. Thursday Night Football, Thursday at 5 on NFL Network.
Throughout the last 9 weeks, every Wednesday, I've talked with Shelton coach Matt Hinkle by phone for our pregame interviews, and this week is no different. Coach, he's on the phone again. And last week at Central Kitsap, one kind of got away from him.
Well, it started out poorly and it ended poorly. In between, I thought the kids played fairly well, but it was a weird night in the sense that the game started real late. I was looking back when I was a kid. We used to start varsity games at 8 o'clock, but boy, I think the kickoff was right around 8, and that seemed real late. So got started late. They got up on us early, and I was proud of the way the kids fought. Second quarter, they played real well. Got the momentum back, carried it into the third, and then and into the fourth, actually, and we kicked the ball where we shouldn't have kicked it and didn't cover as well as we should have, and the rest is history.
So that kind of dashes your postseason play hopes?
Well, there's every planet has to align, and there's a slim shot. But realistically, we're playing for pride now and improvement, I guess.
So what did you tell your players after that game?
Well, it was real disappointing in the sense that going into the game, we had plenty of time to prepare. The kids were in the locker room, seemed to be really focused and ready to go. And we came out and we didn't start well. And, that magic button, apparently it wasn't pushed. So that was a disappointing thing. And after the game, we have a nucleus of kids that really poured it in the weight room in the off season. About 5 or 6 or 8 kids that really devoted themselves, and those are the ones that you saw tears in their eyes. And it's kind of like you're a dad and you hate when your kid doesn't get what they've worked so hard for, and that was a disappointing thing. But it's a cool thing about high school athletics, or athletics in general, that they're finite in the sense that they don't last forever, interscholastically speaking. And so there's special moments that present themselves, and disappointment is certainly one of those things, but also jubilation, and that's the gamut, and we hit the disappointment after the game with the kids.
So let's put CK behind us and look ahead to Capital, and Capital seems to be playing pretty good right now.
Right. Our game plan was to get past the teams that we compete well with, and the kids did that last week, 2 weeks ago, and then last week we unfortunately came up a little short. But we knew Capital was a team on the rise, and they're playing very well. I think offensively they're very steady. They lead with a running game, and then play action pass fairly accurately. And defensively, I'm really impressed with what they're doing. They're really shutting teams down. So we've got a work cut out for us. Reflecting back, I thought Tyler Geraldez once again did a real good job of throwing the football placement-wise, spreading it around, and our receivers caught very well against Central Kitsap. So in that aspect of the game, we're real happy with the kids' production, and we expect that again.
Coach, have you been working on your running game at all? You had some small little spurts against Central Kitsap, and then you went away from it. Is it still something you're trying to improve on?
Well, we're always working on it because, deep down inside, we love to run the football. Historically, it's been a very large component. We're challenged this year in a little bit in the sense that we don't have that that big physical back like Colton Pollard was last year, who was an all-league running back, or historically the Kinneys, the Tatos, the Espinos, the Burbridges, all those guys were all-league, all-state type of kids. We got kids that are really running hard, but they lack that gear, if that makes sense. But having said that, that's not the only issue. We're kind of light in positions up front, and we're kind of inexperienced in the offensive line a little bit. So we work on it every week because honestly, we want to be as balanced as possible. And when you're able to run the ball, it opens up play action, which was there at times against CK, but it's a challenge this year, and the kids are working hard on it, and hopefully we'll get that the improvement that we want there.
Last question, Coach, is always about injuries. How are your kids doing?
Well, J.J. Ekiua still got a severe ankle sprain, so we're hoping that he's able to play, but he wasn't able to practice yesterday. We get Troy Goodwin back from broken wrist either this week or next week, and he's kind of that speed in the backfield. You saw a little bit of it early on in the season before he broke his wrist. He's got that speed that we need. We're hoping to get him back, but it looks doubtful for this week. And other than that, other than the customary aches and pains this time of year, it's we're doing pretty good health-wise.
That's Shelton coach Matt Hinkle. His Highclimbers taking on Capital tonight. More for pride than playoffs, but there's an outside possibility. That's all next here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Hillcrest Shell is now open, conveniently located on Highway 3 at the corner of Olympic Highway South and Cascade Avenue in Shelton. Hillcrest Shell offers quality gasoline at affordable prices, and you can use your Fred Meyer or QFC rewards points to save even more at the pump. Free coffee to help with your morning commute, a variety of snacks and other goodies to help you get through the day, and friendly service as Eric is back in town. Hillcrest Shell on Highway 3 at the corner of Olympic Highway South and Cascade Avenue in Shelton.
Iowa one. Got a little bit of kick to it.
Houston, do you copy?
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Highclimber Marching Band with the national anthem here at Highclimber Stadium, and we will wait till the colors do retire to continue our pregame.
I want to thank the Highclimber Marching Band and Drum Major Jacob Schreiber and the direction of Cheryl Sager for the national anthem.
So we're about ready to kick this thing off, Jerry. It does look like the Capital Cougars did win the toss and decided to receive. Something to mention here is that the field conditions so-so in some areas.
Yes.
If you look closely, and I don't know if it'll come in if I point the camera over there, but if you look closely between the about the 5, the 15, and the 20, it's pretty mucky on this north end.
They did have this week, because of the heavy rains, they did have a tarp over it all the way up to about the 50-yard line. So they've been working really hard to try to keep this field as good a shape as possible.
Especially when the other option was to play at Ingersoll and Olympia on senior night. Doesn't work too well. Nah, that was the thing. And so they decided that they do everything they could to keep the field in as good as condition as possible for this game tonight.
Great maintenance. You know, they do a nice job.
They do, and it's just a little mucky in that one end. And we'll see how it goes throughout the evening. But as I mentioned, the Capital Cougars will be receiving to start this game. Capital pretty much playoff bound unless a lot of things go sideways for a lot of teams. I was told that the Highclimbers next week will be going to Stadium Bowl to play Wilson. We'll talk more about that as the broadcast does continue here from Highclimbers Stadium. So Cody Bragg has it teed up to kick it off. And we have, let me grab my roster so I know what I'm saying here. We have Bartelli deep, and I'm trying to see who that is. It might be Chris Pinner back about the 15. There's a high, short kick. It's going to be taken, and I don't know if that was a fair catch about the 37 or not. Number 40 grabbed it, and that is Chase Van Diver, excuse me, with the fair catch. And the Cougars are going to start out on their own, looks like 37. Jerry?
Well, you know, just looking at the league standings, boy, kudos to Timberline. You know, they have done so well this year and surpassing several teams that were ranked in the top 10 at the beginning of the year. We'll talk more about that in a little bit.
Yeah, Timberline beat Peninsula 7-3 last night. So it looks like we have Carson Bartelli out of the pistol. He's got two receivers to the far side, one to the near side. Little play action. Oh, he's going to hand it off. And that will go to number 3, it looks like. Am I right there? I'll wait till he gets off the ground. No, it was 31, it looks like, Jerry. That's Nathan Tyler.
Nathan Tyler.
We expect a lot of him tonight.
Yeah, he's our leading ball carrier.
So he got one. So 2nd and 9 coming for the Cougars. First possession of this ball game. Out of the pistol. This time a handoff to the back in the backfield. And that is Eric Jackson straight up the middle. Thought I saw a flag fly, but I guess it might have been just some divots from the field. Get up near the 44-yard line. So it brings up 3rd down. It's like about 4, maybe 5.
Let's give it a gain of 5 on the play.
I'll go with that. It's like the Cougars are going to go out of the pistol with a receiver on each side, and then they set, 2 receivers on the near side. Didn't see Pinner in the slot until he moved, and then somebody jumped off on a hard count, I imagine. Somebody got a little anxious for the Highclimbers.
Yeah.
And that'll be 5 yards and a 1st down. Should give them just shy of midfield. As first penalty goes on the Highclimbers on senior night. Now there's 20 seniors that were recognized, Jerry, to start the game. If you were watching the stream, you saw all that.
Yeah, and that's the first down for Capital on that 5-yard penalty.
And first down of the game.
Yeah, first down of the game, yes.
So the Cougars just a yard shy of midfield in the opening possession of the ball game out of the shotgun. We'll go Bartelli will hand it off, and I believe getting near the 1st down is
number 7.
Eric Jackson. Got across the Highclimber 45 to the 44.
A gain of about 7 on the play. You want to give him 6 or 7?
7. It's a 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and a long 3. That looks closer to 4, Jerry, but it is a long 3.
Okay.
When you judge, but you know, it's just an estimate from the spotter on the far side. Out of the pistol will go Bartelli. Sends 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. A little play action, throws over the middle, it's complete. And slipping 1 tackle and another. And I believe that's going to be Pinner. Yeah, it was to Pinner. He gets up to the 35 of the Highclimbers. Give him a 9-yard pass reception on the first pass of the ball game. the Cougars 1st and 10 from the Shelton 35. No score as of yet. Out of the pistol will go Bartelli. It's got Collard and Pinner, the receivers on the near side. 2 to the far side, can't quite see who that is. And 1 back behind him. Little play action, he'll throw to the near side. Got a guy there, and it's intercepted by Kyle Kimball. And he's going to be pulled down in the end zone, and that is going to be a touchback. Nope, they're going to give him forward progress to the 2-yard line on that. The Capital Cougars wanted a safety, but you're not going to get a safety on an interception like that. So Kyle Kimball starting out well. Shelton will start deep in their own territory from their own, looks like 2.
Well, Kyle has done very well all season, playing back deep as a safety. Has had several interceptions throughout the season.
Didn't he have 3 in one game? Didn't he have 3 in one game?
Yeah.
So it does look like Geraldus will go off the I formation. He's going to pass out of that and throw it over off the one-hand attempt by Kimball. Incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10 from the, officially the 3, Jerry.
Yeah.
That's a generous spot, I think.
Yeah, and we have a vehicle that's parked between the fire truck and the emergency vehicle across the way. You can see it through the soccer goals. You'll have to head over and
Not a good thing to park your vehicle in the way of the emergency services people. So offset I to the near side. 2 receivers on the near side. Little pitch going to Willie Ruiz, trying to get around the edge, and I think he might get up to the 5-6-yard line, depending on the spot. Looks like the 6, Jerry. Gave him 3 on the carry.
Right.
Brings up 3rd down, however. 3rd and 7. That was Osman on the carry? Looked like Ruiz to me.
It was.
Yeah.
That last carry was by
that's what I thought.
Willie Ruiz. You're right.
Trenton Osman is a bulkier form out there than Ruiz. Jarvis will go out of the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side, and 1 back beside him in the backfield. Short drop. Looks to the far side, throws over the middle, knocked away at the last second, intended for Taylor Toney. That brings up 4th down.
Broken up by number 4.
Jack Collard for Capital, and it's a punting situation for the Highclimbers. So nothing happened on that interception. So let's see how good of a leg Cody Bragg has tonight, because he's had some boomers and he's had some depends on pressure too. Not much pressure by Capital.
Nice.
And he'll spiral that one. It's kind of short. It'll hit about the 20.
Yeah.
And takes a little bit of a Highclimber bounce up near the 22, 23-yard line. That's where Trenton Osmond will down it for the Highclimbers. And that gives the Cougars
very good field position.
Yeah, very good field position. And they're going to spot it at the 23. That's on the Shelton 23, 1st and 10 for Capital. As you see there, 8:48, to go in the first quarter. No score, Capital with their 2nd possession of the ball game. Bartelli out of the pistol. Looks more like a shotgun. He's got 2 receivers on each side and 1 back just about a yard behind him. On the fly sweep play action, and the handoff is going to go to number 7. That's Eric Jackson. Getting around the left side, gets down near the 10, inside the 10 actually.
And
on that
good
run.
for a 3rd first down for Capital.
Eric Jackson takes the handoff for Bartelli.
That's inside the 10 to the 9-yard line, so that's a pretty good pickup. 14 yards, Jerry.
Yeah, he's had 3 carries. He's averaging about 8 to 9 yards per carry.
So they'll give a 1st and goal for Capital. Little low snap, the ball's free, and Bartelli will just fall on it to maintain possession. Smart move by him as the Highclimbers were busting in there. Looked like one of those guys was Gable Lacey, first guy to touch him down. Not that he needed to. So 5-yard loss there. So it's 2nd and goal from now the 14 for the Cougars. 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. Out of the gun will go Bartelli. slot man in motion is Pinner. And a handoff in the misdirection. Nice trip up by Kyle Kimball on the ball carrier. That's Eric Jackson. Got to the 9 on that one. Got the 5 yards that they lost on the sack, or the bad fumble, or bad snap, I should
back
say.
to the original scrimmage, line of scrimmage.
So it brings up 3rd and goal from just inside the 10. We'll call it the 9. Now the Cougars, just to point this out, they have a pretty decent kicker too. So we'll see what they can dial up here. This 3rd and goal from the 9. Out of the gun will go Bartelli, man in motion from the far side. Back to pass he goes. He's looking to the far side. Thrown, deflected, and it's going to be incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Nice hands-up play, as I think it might have been Eli Mahoney with some big claws up there to knock it down. We're going to give him that. If it was, it was. If it's not, it's not. So it brings up 4th and a goal from the 9.
So looks like we have a new person coming in.
Looks like we're going to kick a field goal, or attempt a field goal. Should be about a 26-yard field goal attempt. And Chris Pinner will be the kicker. Holder is Carson Bartelli. Snap spotting the kick. Oh, the Highclimbers got in there and blocked it. Kimball, and I'm trying to see who else was in on that play. And it looks like it's Gage Peterson. Both of them combined to block that. So no score. So Shelton will take over. They're going to spot it actually at the 9. I thought they put it at the 20 in high school football, and that's where they're going to do it. They're going to put it out at the 20, so the Highclimbers got a little bit of breathing room after a good defensive hold. So 1st and 10 for Shelton after the blocked field goal attempt. 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter, no score. Shelton's 2nd possession of the ball game. Giraldus in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers, far side, 1 to the near side. Looks to the far side, deflected, ball's up in the air, and it's intercepted. Off the deflection. And on the return, it looks like it's Regan Davina. Gets it inside the 5, it looks like, on that return. That's when the tip drill really works out for teams. So Davina returns it to the inside the 5-yard line, and the Cougars will take over with a 1st and goal. It looks like, but we have a flag on the play, and it's a pass interference. Excuse me, Jerry, trying to get the words out. On the Cougars. So what does that do? And they are going to discuss this one.
Well, they're just going to mark it off from
the spot.
Yes.
Yeah, the Cougars will keep it, but they back them up to the 15-yard line, it looks like. So 1st and 10 there for Capital after the interception and the penalty. Bartelli will go out of the gun. Man in motion. Little play actions, little offset counter play, and Jackson powers his way to near the 10. Can I give him 4.5 on that, Jerry? We'll call it the 10. Be 2nd and a long 6.
Well, he's carried the ball 5 times already, and he's had 3 carries of 5, 1 carry of 7, and 1 long carry of 14. So he's been the workhorse.
Little quick pass out to a man running along the sidelines. Chase Martin can't quite grab it out of his reach, and that brings up 3rd down. And long 5 from the 10.
3rd passing attempt for Capital. They've completed 1 to Tenor for 11 yards. They have like you said, they have a pretty balanced attack.
Out of the pistol will go Bartelli this time. He has 2 receivers on this near side, 2 backs in the backfield with him. Long snap, handoff, little play action, and on the rollout, Bartelli looking to throw, And he's going to be run out of bounds on the pass.
And
a loss of
broken
2
up
on
by
that.
number 7.
So Taylor Toney chased Bartelli out of bounds. So that brings up a 4th and, loss of 2. So that'll be 4th and 7. Does stop the clock, 6:09 to go in the first quarter. No score. Shelton and Capital in Week 9 high school football on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Got a 4th down play. And the lineup switches, and Bartelli will go under center. He's got 2 receivers on the near side, and man in motion is Pinner. Little dump off to Pinner. He's going to throw it again. He got a guy wide open for the touchdown, and that is Chris Schnellman, with the TD.
And yeah, Chris Pinner's the one that threw the pass.
Yep, that was a double pass play there, and the Cougars are up 6-0, and point after coming.
And how many yards on that touchdown pass?
12.
12 yards.
So the point after coming. It's like Pinner's going to do the kicking. Bartelli's the holder. 6:01 to go in the first. Snap, spot, kick. It's up. And it looks good. It is good. Make it 7-0. Capital finally gets on the board. 6:01 to go in the first quarter. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. We'll be right back.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
So the Capital Cougars capitalize off of an interception and go 15 yards in 4 plays, and boom, they're up 7-0. That's what the Capital Cougars can do to you. They lull you into thinking it's just run or pass, then they do a play action, and then they pass twice.
Yeah.
Which keeps you guessing, and I think that's how they've pretty much gotten to their 3rd place standing in the standings.
Is there a special name for a double pass on that, or should you just
I
call
think
it
that's
a
what
double
a double pass.
Just call it a double
Yeah.
pass. Okay.
Well, looking at scoring summaries for Capital, trying to research what they do, I saw a lot of passes from Pinner, passes from Bartelli, and I was like, well, who's the quarterback? Well, now we know.
Yep.
So they both have some arm to them. But Bartelli's the quarterback, and Pinner is just there because he's an athlete. There's the run up and the kick. It's short, and it's going to go out of bounds near the 30.
So now they have an option on that.
Well,
would you explain that?
Well, I heard it was 25 yards from the spot. It goes out of bounds. But I've also said that I've also heard that they put it at the 35. Or you can march them back 5 yards and make them kick it again.
Okay.
And it looks like
they're gonna.
See, I'm not really sure. I think it might be different for different classifications.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're going to start the Shelton Highclimbers out on their own 35. So Giraldus will go under center with an offset eye. He's got a receiver on each side. Hand off to Ruiz, pounding his way in. Got it, broken across the 45. Nice run for Willie.
Yes, very nice.
Up to the 43. So give him 8 yards on that. And it's 2nd and 2. That's what you like out of the Highclimbers. That's what the Highclimbers like out of their running game, is pound it up and get some yardage. Something that's been kind of spotty throughout the season and even worse lately. Same formation, offset eye to the far side. Hand off to Ruiz, a little patient, busted into the secondary. Cross midfield and into Cougar territory at the 45, so that's a quick 10 yards.
And that's the 3rd carry by Willie Ruiz. He's averaging 7 yards per carry, and that's the first down for the Highclimbers. And that could also make it a little easier for the passing game. I mean, hopefully now we'll see what happens if they're going to stick it to the ground, or because they're having some success right now.
So offset eye, and Osmond will shift over to make it a standard eye. Handoff this time going not with Ruiz. It looks like it's Gage Peterson on that one. Bounces his way to the 42. I'm assuming that's Gage. He looks a little taller than Willie. Yep, it was. Give him, I'm going to give him 2.
Well, so far the Highclimbers have had a lot more success on the ground. They have passed 3 times, and all 3 have been incomplete.
So second down and 8 for Shelton from the Cougar 42. Handoff again. This time is Peterson. Peterson met at the line of scrimmage trying to break a tackle. No go. The guy that slowed him down, Chase Van Diver, but
yeah, I got a gain of 3 on the play.
Yep. Gets him up to the 40, so brings up third down and 5. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Capital. Shelton trying to answer. Now they did a pretty good job once they got in the groove in Central Kitsap to answer every time that CK scored, except for that last kickoff. But I don't think they had the time.
And as we know, Shelton has a pretty good passing game. I mean, they've done really well the last couple games with their passing, especially last week.
Geraldus under center, and the Highclimbers go on the wrong count. I'm sure that Tyler's going to reiterate it's this, guys, not in that huddle. As a penalty marches them backwards, and they're going to go 3rd and 10.
And that's the 3rd penalty on the Highclimbers. They've picked up 3 penalties for 20 yards. Capital has not had any penalties yet, so.
Oh, they had that one. Pass interference on the interception.
That's right, that's right. Thank
Just
you.
to get you on the right statistic page there.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
I was thinking, oh, they had one, didn't they?
Yeah, well, it's good that we talked about it.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 for the Highclimbers from the Capital 45. Shotgun for Geraldus, back to pass, looking to the far side. Got a guy there. Oh, trying to come back and catch it. It's Kyle Kimball incomplete, brings up 4th down. Well drawn out because Kimball was wide open on the little button hook.
Yep.
But that brings up 4th down on the incomplete pass.
And that's the 4th pass thrown by Tyler Geraldus, and so far he hasn't completed one, but things will change.
It's the way it usually goes for Tyler in the early going.
Yeah, he gets in a rhythm. Yeah.
Cody Bragg's on to punt it away. And into the swamp on the far end is Bartelli, and Bragg's going to kick it right to him. It's going to hit at the 20. Bounce in, and the Highclimbers are going to down it, but they're going to say that the Cougars touched it, and they want the ball. But let's see what the referees say. No, I'm sorry.
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either. Cougars will take over on their own 17-yard line, right in what we're going to call the swampy area. At the 17.
38-yard punt and no return, so he did his job.
So the Cougars come out. Their next possession after stopping the Highclimbers. Bartelli will go out of the pistol with the receiver wide to the far side, one on the numbers to the near side. 2 backs in the backfield with Bartelli. He'll hand it off to the second back through. Met at the line of scrimmage and powering forward. I believe that's Jackson on the carry. Oh, it's Tyler on that one. Excuse me.
Yeah, number 31.
Yes, Nathan Tyler gets give him
2.
Yeah. I call it 2nd and a long 8. Up at the 20-yard line. Tyler will shift to behind Bartelli, excuse me. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Penner's the man in the slot on the far side for Bartelli. Little play action, he'll go that way and finds Bartelli at the 25 and a quick little out. Picked up positive yardage to the 26. Brings up 3rd down, however.
And who is that completed to?
Penner.
Okay.
Number 3. So 3rd and 2 coming, 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Capital on top. The Cougars have the ball. Carson Bartelli out of the pistol. Man in motion, that's number 50. Nate Smith. Quick little handoff in the middle. That's Tyler stood up at the markers, or just shy of the markers, or right at the markers, depending on who you believe on the spot. Yeah. That's Kyle Kimball with the stop there.
And they're going to give him a first down.
And it got just shy of the 30 to the 29. So it's 1st and 10 for Capital.
Gain of about 2 on the play, and that's the 4th first down for the Capital Cougars.
Well, he meant Kyle Kimball.
Yeah.
Man, Imano, but it wasn't before he got enough yards. Cal did a good job stopping him, though, from nothing more. Out of the pistol will go Bertelli. Gets Penner to go from the far side to the near side. He'll set up in the slot. And off, little play action, and Bertelli's on the rollout. He's going to keep it. Tripped up at the 30-yard line. Who got to him, I didn't see. But the Highclimbers spot that one pretty good and stopped it after minimal gain.
Yeah. No gain.
Well, I see it's at the 30. They started at the 29.
Okay. We'll
give him one.
Yeah, let's give him at least one now. I see where they marked it.
Well, they're going to give him a really generous spot across the 30-31. I'm still going with that 1 yard.
Okay.
Though.
Yeah, it's a long, yeah.
That's a generous spot. 2nd and a long 8, short 9. 3 receivers near side. Back to pass goes Bertelli. He'll throw in the middle. Overthrew everybody. Intended target there was Jack Collard. That brings up 3rd down from the 30.
Well, you mentioned balanced attack, and so far Capital has thrown 7 times, and they have ran it 10 times. That's still a pretty balanced attack.
Pretty balanced. It just appears to be more passing. Brings up 3rd, and we're going to call it short 9. Bertelli is out of the pistol. He has a receiver on each side, 2 backs beside him. Little play action. This time he's going to roll out to the near side. He's got a guy throwing to and completing.
To number 3.
Yeah, Penner fights his way to near the 45.
And that's the 5th first down, and looks like that was probably good for what, 13, 14 yards?
15.
15, okay.
I'm generous on that, but I'm going to give him 15 up to the 45, just shy of the 45.
You're just
Ball.
a nice guy.
I'm a nice guy tonight, sure. Ball spotted right between the 44-45. I'm giving him the 45. Looks like he's going to go out of the gun. He's got 2 receivers to the near side, the short side of the field. 2 receivers the far side. Penner's in the slot on the near side, and Jack Collard is the receiver on the far side. Man in motion. Handoff to Tyler up the middle. No going there. Looks like Taylor Toney and Trenton Osmond met him at the line of scrimmage, but they'll give him a yard. Just across the 45. I'm still going to keep it there. Give him a yard, Jerry.
Yep.
2nd and 9.
That was his 4th carry.
And the clock is going to run out. The Cougars are probably not going to get a play off before the end of the quarter, and that'll do it. We'll head to the 2nd. 7-0 Capital on top. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Waiting for the start of the 2nd quarter. 7-0 Capital on top. The Cougars have the ball to start this 2nd quarter with a well, looks like a 2nd and 10 from their own 45. Or is it 3rd and 10? 2nd and 10, excuse me. I'm with it there, Jerry.
You're doing well.
Yeah, thanks, Jerry. As always, you're doing a fine job yourself. Nothing special coming up at halftime except for whatever the program is here for the stadium. And we'll talk about how things are set up for the playoffs as well as we know.
All right.
So Bertelli's going to go out of the gun. He's got 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Back to pass he goes. He's looking over the middle, throws, it's deflected. Nice grab off the deflection and pulling it down. I'm trying to see what the number is. Number 15. That's Chase Martin with a reception, but short of the first down. He's in Highclimber territory, though, to the 47.
So a gain of about 8 on the play, and that is the 5th pass completed out of 9 attempts.
In Highclimber territory with a 3rd and a long 2 for the Cougars. Bertelli. Man in motion, that's Pinner, coming right down the 50. Little play action on the roll, out goes Bertelli. He'll throw, got a guy there, it's complete on the far sidelines, up the far sidelines, stepping out of bounds near the 20.
Driven out of bounds by number 4, Jake Myers.
Yeah, Chris Schnellman with the reception there, and that is inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line on that big pickup.
And that's the 7th first down for Capital. And let's give them, let's see, at the 47.
18.
18, okay.
Quick math by my sheet here.
Thank you.
So Bertelli will go out of the gun. He's got 2 receivers far side, 1 wide near side. Man just off the formation. Man in motion, that's Pinner. And he'll get it on the sweep around. Gets knocked down at the 15, but there's a fumble.
Let's see.
Kyle Kimball picked it up. He's running the other way. There's no indication there. They're going to call him down up at the 15. Highclimbers are still running, but crowd says go, keep going, but now they got to get everybody back as the ball is set to play, and there's 5 Highclimbers still up in midfield. And I think Coach Hinkle's going to be forced to call a timeout here. Or there's going to be a penalty on that as a delay of game. It's possible.
Well, but there was no indication.
Well, one referee says he was down.
But it wasn't, you can't blame the kids for running the ball. You know, because I don't see a real clear indication that the ball was down. So I thought they did the right thing.
Well, the guy who's right on top of the play, he was pointing to the ground.
Oh, okay.
So give him 4 yards on the carry. So the Cougars will have the ball with a 2nd and about 6. Make it, 6.
And who was the carry? 7?
It's got to be Pinner on the end around. And we do have a timeout here. Well, we'll keep it right here on the field. Just under 11 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. 7-0 Capital. Little bit of action if you're just joining us. Highclimbers thought that there was a fumble and they were running it back. The refereeing crew saying he was down. Cougar runner was down at the 15-yard line. And that's where we are, is the teams are coming back out on the field. Did force somebody to take a timeout, and I'm assuming it was the Highclimbers. So out of the gun will go Bertelli. He's got 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. And they'll wind the clock. Well, they can't wind the clock. It was a timeout. Long snap. Actually, they did wind the clock. A little play action, and Bertelli will keep it and get up near the 10, depending on the spot. They'll spot at 11, give him 3 yards.
And Lacey on the tackle. Global Lacey.
Yeah. 3rd and 2 from the 11-yard line for the Cougars. Under 10 and a half to go here in the half. Out of the pistol will go Bertelli. Got 1 receiver near side. And 2 backs, man in motion. They'll Cross, little handoff. That'll be, looks like Tyler. Tyler jumps over a couple of guys, gets inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line. Give him 5 on that.
And that's another first down.
Now they're saying that this is, yeah, it's first down. Okay, first and goal now from the 7.
You're going to give him a gain of about 5 on the play?
Yeah, sure. I'll agree with you there. Bertelli, quick handoff. There's Tyler getting inside the, or near the 5-yard line. 2-yard pickup there. Brings up second and goal from the 5 now.
Gain of 3 on the play by Nathan Tyler.
Second and goal from the 5-yard line. Cougars knocking on the door. Trying to get their second touchdown. I formation, a little rollout on that. Bertelli, what happened there? He threw it away?
Touchdown.
Oh, it's a touchdown. Okay,
yep.
I didn't even see what was going on.
Yeah, they caught it.
So the Cougars get back on, add to their lead. And point after is coming.
Did you see who caught it?
I had no idea what happened there, Jerry. You saw it better than I did.
I thought it was number 3.
Probably. That sounds like Pinner is the guy to go to here, and he's on to kick the point after Bertelli. Bertelli is the holder again.
5-yard touchdown pass.
9:21 to go here in the half. A little shuffling around for the Cougars. Snap, spot, the kick, it's up. And it's good. So make it 14-0. Cougars on top. 9:21 to go here in the half. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over. When you see lights,
Vests. Or reflectors.
please give us some room. Slow down and move over. When you need us,
We've got your back.
do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back? Please, slow down.
And move over.
14-0. Capital on top of Shelton. The Cougars went to 90 yards and 14 plays, Jerry.
And Bertelli is doing really well in his passing game. 7 for 11. 7, well, not 7 and 11, but 7 for 11.
7 for 11. Yeah, I got you. I'm right there with you. So Penner will tee it up at the 40, kick it back to the Highclimbers. Got Kyle Kimball back about his 7-yard line. A big gap in the middle. Let's see if they'll kick that around the 40. See what happens here. There's a run up. And the kick, it's high, end over end. It'll be taken on the far side, about the 18-yard line. Cutting it back up near the 34-yard line is Stewart will be the returner. Depending on the spot, Shelton will take over with the 1st and 10. We call it 33.
Guess who made the tackle? Tenner. Tenner's everywhere. He's kicking, he catches. He's even ran the ball.
Versatile athlete. Tyler Giraldis will go under center for the Highclimbers. He's got Skylar Ross wide to the near side. Kyle Kimball wide to the far side. Offset eye handoff. Going to Willie Ruiz, busting it up the middle. Across the 35. Get him to 37.
Gain of 4.
Yep.
That's his 4th carry. Leading rusher. 4 carries for 25 yards.
2nd and 6 for the Highclimbers. Giraldis will go under center. He'll send 2 receivers near side. Standard I formation handoff going to, I believe it's Ruiz, trying to get some yardage in the middle. Now it's Stewart this time. And he's get up to the 39. I'll give him 2. Brings up 3rd and about 3. Long 3, short 4. Ball spotted at the Shelton 39. Still with the I formation offset to the near side. Giraldes goes under center, and he'll dump it off complete to, well, actually I spoke too soon. I think I jinxed Kyle Kimball. I see incomplete 4th down coming.
And that's the 5th pass attempt by Tyler. Giraldes, so far, no passes completed, but like I said, I think you're going to see that change a little bit.
Sometimes I think that when they have some favorable running, it kind of throws off Tyler's timing early going. So Cody Bragg's on to boot it back.
Yeah, a little high.
Yeah, a little high on the snap, but it gets off
but
a
nice,
beautiful punt.
Nice punt.
Drive Bertelli back in. He's going to let him down it at the 10-yard line.
Wow, that's a 52-yard punt. 52-yard punt. Very nice.
So Capital will take over deep in their own territory, but we saw on their last drive they were able to march the ball quite nicely.
No return on that one?
Yeah, it's because Bertelli didn't expect such a deep kick, and he had to run to chase it down, and he just stayed away from it, but he was shadowing it in case Shelton left an inch of room for him to pick up and maybe get a return, but didn't work. So Capital will take over on their own 10-yard line, 1st and 10. 7:49 to go here in the half. 14-0. Cougars on top. A receiver on each side, 2 backs in the backfield for Bertelli out of the pistol. Get everybody set, and they usually look back at the sidelines for more instructions. See? There's the snap, little delayed handoff. Nope, play action. Got a guy out there deep. Jumping and intercepting for the 2nd time, Kyle Kimball. Right at about the 40-yard line.
What an athlete.
He just out-jumped him. You can't do that to Kyle Kimball. Haven't they watched film on him yet?
Well, you look at basketball. I know we're a little ways away, but wow. For a person that's about 6'2", he jumps like somebody that's 6'8". I mean, he's amazing. He's an amazing jumper.
Officially, Kyle Kimball is 6'3", Jerry.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So he grew an inch from last year.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Out of the gun will go Giraldes. He has a receiver on both sides, 2 backs behind him. Handoff goes to Willie Ruiz, trying to work around that left side. I'll give him about 4, maybe 5, depending on the spot.
Yeah, let's see where
it's going to be 4. Gets up to the 37.
Yep, you're right, 4 yards.
So 2nd and 6 coming for the Highclimbers. Clock is running here in the 2nd quarter. Out of the gun will go Giraldes again, same formation. Kimball the man wide near side, Ross the man wide far side. Ruiz will get the handoff, trying to find some room around the right side this time. Gets inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, like they say, if you can make it 3 to 4 yards each carry, you're going to get your 1st down, right?
Eventually, yes. That's what Coach Jack Stark used to say in the radio broadcast that I worked, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5.
Yeah.
He is in the stadium, by the way, and I got to chat with him a little bit before the game. He's over here to the south end.
Okay.
Out of the gun will go Giraldes. Has a receiver on both sides. Little play action this time for Tyler. He's got a guy in his face. He's going to roll out. Throw complete on the far sidelines. And let's see, that was Max Falcon with the reception up to the 20-yard line.
Who was it?
I'm sorry, it was Max Falcon, number 35 on the reception.
Good.
I was worried that they were going to toss a flag. It was very close to a block in the back to free up Giraldes in the backfield to get that pass off. But
and that's the
not.
2nd 1st down, and that is the 1st completed pass by Tyler.
Out of the gun he goes again, a receiver on each side, and backs beside him. Handoff this time, that looks like it's Willie Ruiz breaking a tackle inside the 10 to the 5 near the goal line before he's pulled down by a couple of Cougars. Nice run by Willie. First and goal from about the 1.
Yeah, if it is, that's a 19-yard run. That's the longest run of the game so far. And a nice carry by Willie Ruiz.
You know, my interviews with Coach Hinkle before the game, he always talks about that second gear, that the Highclimbers have been unable to find that second gear. I think we saw the second gear.
You did there.
Right there. So we have a first and goal from the 1, and we have a timeout. I'm not sure what's going on here. Yeah, we have a timeout by the Highclimbers. If so, it's their second, I believe. So we'll step aside real quick. 6:11 to go in the half. Highclimbers have a first and goal from the 1 when we come back.
In my grocery store, you never know what's around the corner. It's not just about the groceries, it's about the game. And there's always a twist. Sorry, this one's called 5 items or less.
Stop working! Woo! All new, Sunday night at 8, Guys Grocery Games on Food Network.
First and goal from the 1 for the Highclimbers when we return to action here. Willie Ruiz went to 19 yards to get the Highclimbers near the goal line. And I really do, Jerry, expect that diamond formation for the Highclimbers in this situation.
And that was the third first down. And so far, Willie Ruiz has had 10 carries for 51 yards.
Well,
that's a good game.
That's a really positive thing, because what did they run last week, like 69 for the game?
Yeah, and they've already picked up almost that.
And straight ahead in for the touchdown is Tyler Giraldis on the sneak. Actually tried to sneak it in from straight ahead, then he went over to the left side and got it in there, and the Highclimbers are on the board. So Cody Bragg will be on to tack on the point after. Skylar Ross is the holder. Snap, spot, kick. It looks straight away and good. Waiting for that signal, it is. So the Highclimbers get on the board. Cougars no shutout tonight. 6:07 to go here in the half. 14-7 now. Capital on top. We'll be right back.
Do you think he's on his way? He doesn't even know that we're here. Is he okay? Please tell me he's okay.
Laura.
Okay, try to call him again.
There's no signal.
Try.
Nothing's working.
Well, just
Everything's
try.
down.
This is so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
Waiting for the kickoff. 6:07 to go here in the half. Shelton Highclimbers get on the board after a 41-yard drive, 6 plays, and a 1-yard dive into the end zone by number 10, Tyler Giraldis. Cody Bragg is teed up, or is about to tee it up at the 40 to kick it back to the Cougars. After that drive, Jerry, as we have a quick moment, well, we probably won't have it in a moment. I was going to ask you to talk about your tent down there for the SAD Club.
Oh, okay.
But we'll get to that.
Sure.
Maybe we'll talk about that more at halftime. I just heard it announced here in the stadium. So
yeah, they're doing a nice job up there. I appreciate them.
So we'll talk about that at halftime, which is 6 minutes and 7 seconds in game time from this point. As Bragg has got it run up. And a kick high, deep. Taken at the 9-yard line is Bertelli. They break a tackle and pulling him down across the 35 yard, near the 35 is Evan Rhodes.
Nice return, about 24-yard return, and a nice kickoff, almost 50 yards.
So the Cougars are going to start out at their own 33. See if they can answer the Highclimbers drive off the interception by Kyle Kimball. His second in the ball game. Got to give him his props. He's an athlete. If you try to challenge him, it's not a wise idea to play a jump ball with Kyle Kimball. Bertelli out of the gun. Delayed handoff straight up the middle. I believe that's Jackson
7
on the carry. Eric Jackson gets across the 35, about the 37.
Gain of 3 on the play.
Bringing up 2nd and 7. Taylor Tony very active for the Highclimbers here. Five and a half minutes to go here in the half. Capital with the lead in the ball. Carson Bertelli gets Jackson to move out of the backfield. Quick little dump off, going to go a jumping ball again. That time is caught.
Yeah,
nope, it's
looks
out of
like
bounds.
he was out of bounds.
It's out of bounds. Intended target there was Chase Martin.
Let me ask you a question there. And I know in college football you only have to have 1 foot get in.
Yep.
In high school?
Yep, same rule.
Same thing?
Yep.
Have to have 1 foot in. Okay.
1 foot in. Got to have some way to tell if the ball's in. It's only in the pros when they get 2. I'm waiting for them to change that rule to get 3 feet down.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens there. Okay.
Out of the gun will go Bertelli with 3 receivers far side, 1 in the near side. Long snap. Oh, thrown behind.
Oh.
That was not the Chris Schnellman was not on the same page with Bertelli, and it threw it into his back.
Almost an interception.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was expecting that quick of a pass, and that brings it 4th down and a punt.
Ready to kick is Chris Penner, and back deep for the Highclimbers is Kyle Kimball.
So Kimball will go back deep, weighed about his 35 or so.
And Kyle Kimball's had some really nice returns this year.
As long as he gets time to catch it. Little pressure, high, spiraling.
Boomer.
Fair catch called for at the 29. Ooh, Kimball dropped it off the fair catch, but bounced right back up into his arms. He was tackled immediately, and they going to put it at the 29 for Shelton.
Kimball attempted that fair catch there about the 28.
34-yard punt, but boy, I tell you.
That was high. I lost sight of it completely. That was in the stratosphere, I swear. That was a high, beautiful punt.
Yep, no return, of course.
Yeah, Chris Penner. And the Highclimbers get the ball on their own 29-yard line. 1st and 10. Out of what looks like the pistol. It looks like a very similar formation to what the Cougars have been running. 2 receivers far side for Giraldus. Handoff goes to Willie Ruiz. Finds some running room around the left side. Gets up to the 35. 6 yards on that carry. Just right to the...
he's having a good game. Like I said, 11 carries for 57 yards.
Isaiah Stewart will give Willie a little bit of rest after that hard run. Tyler Giraldus will go out of the pistol. So same formation, but reverse it to this side with 2 receivers. It's Kimball in the slots, Ross up on the wideout. Little dump off to Kimball off his fingertips, incomplete. See, we've seen this a little bit in the early going with the Highclimbers. Giraldus' pass is just a little high, and then he finds that rhythm and that he gets them on target as the game goes on.
Well, if we remember the Gig Harbor game, if I'm not mistaken, I think he hit 8 in a row.
Yes, he did. He had a pretty productive game in that loss to the Tides. 3rd and 5 from the 35 for the Highclimbers. Out of the gun will go Giraldus. He has 2 receivers on each side. Man in motion, that's Kyle Kimball. Back to pass goes Giraldus. Pumps, throws. Got a guy out there. Just out of the reach, Skylar Ross. Incomplete. I don't know if that was a quick change of mind or coverage jumped in there, but or a double pump, double move for Tyler. Brings up 4th down, however, so Bragg is back out there to punt it back to the Cougars.
And Bragg's last punt was 52 yards. What a beauty. See if we can match that, huh?
Yeah, Bertelli's not giving him, he's giving him about the same amount of distance.
Not giving him as much respect?
No, I don't think so. I think he probably thinking more on the lines, that was just a lucky kick. Oh, a faked punt, and quick snap, and trying to get up there, didn't go very far. was Gable Lacey, who got the direct snap. Came up about a yard short on that faked punt. So a good thought, but didn't keep the didn't catch the Cougars snapping too much.
Well, that's first time stat there for Gable Lacey. Yeah.
So spot the ball in the 38.
Now he's on my stat sheet. Well, besides the tackles he's made.
Of course. So out of the gun will go Bertelli. He's got two receivers on each side. Man in motion. That's Pinner. A little handoff. This time goes to Tyler. Tyler, he's got a lot of running room up that far sidelines. He's just upended at about the 15-yard line. I'm thinking that was Jason Kenyon on that tackle. But a good run.
And that was number
31.
And that is by far his best carry.
Ball spotted at the 15-yard line, right in the middle of the swampy area for the field.
How many yards you give him?
That's going to be 23.
Wow.
Man in motion. Little play action, delayed handoff. This time goes to Jackson. Jackson, nope, actually it's Tyler. Tyler fighting his way near the 10. Comes up short of the 10, about the 12.
But he earned every one of those.
Yeah, every little inch there.
Yeah, he might have picked up 4 yards.
Well, it depends on where they're spotting it.
Yeah.
It looks like the 12, so I've got 3 yards.
Okay, we'll give him 3.
So 2nd and 7. It's really hard to see the yard markers in that part of the field.
Right.
Because that's the swampy area. So out of the pistol will go Bertelli. Hand off again. And getting inside the 10 near the 7-yard line. I think that's going to be Jackson. Nope, it's Tyler again. Just shy of the 5 to the 6. Give him 6 on the carry, and it brings up 3rd and 1. Approaching 3 minutes to go here in the half. Tight formation and under center will go Bertelli. I expect another sneak here. Nope. Handoff to Tyler, I believe, or is it Jackson? We got the first down to the 4 on the carry around the left side. Nope, actually, yeah, but it's Tyler. So it brings up a 1st and goal just inside the 5.
Kyle Kemby was one of the 2 in on the tackle.
So we'll put it at the 4 for a 2-yard gain. 1st and goal for
9th first down. And who was the last carry?
Tyler.
Okay, thank you.
Same formation with Bertelli under center. Hand off to Tyler again. Got another yard possibly on that.
Yeah.
So it brings up 2nd and goal from the 3
they're going
now.
to give him a yard.
Well, Highclimbers are busting through there, just not able to snag him.
Engage Peterson on the tackle.
So 2nd and goal from the 3 now for the Cougars. Same formation. Nate Smith is the man in motion. Pitch this time going over to number 4. That's Jack Collard trying to reach for that pylon. Didn't make it and knocked out of bounds. Jason Kenyon out there. It looks like Kyle Kimball got short. Give him 2 yards on that, and it's 3rd and goal now from the 1.
They read that fairly well. It looked like he was going to go right on in for a touchdown, and they showed a little team speed there.
Yeah.
Shelton did.
Good pursuit on the edges.
Uh-huh.
We're under 2 minutes.
So we got 3rd and 2. Okay.
Well,
3rd
I'm
and goal.
saying that's 3rd and goal from about the 1. Far hash mark. Straightaway I formation. Nate Smith goes back in motion. Handoff. Tyler, I think he's going to get in this time. No, yep, he did.
They gave it to him.
Yep.
Yep.
So Tyler sneaks it in, and that's another touchdown for
2-yard
Capitals.
2-yard touchdown run for number 31.
So the Cougars extend their lead to 20-7. Point after coming as Pinner will be out there to kick the point after. Snap, spot, and the kick. It's up. It looks good. It is. 21-7. Capital on top. Minute 47 to go here in the half. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This may not look like your average trucker, and this, your average truck. Deep down, we're truck guys just like you. We know our way around a toolbox. We're not afraid to mix it up, because winning is our passion. The NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, all season long on FS1.
Minute 47 to go here in the half. 21-7 Capital. Going 38 yards in 8 plays to tack onto their lead, and they are getting ready to kick it back to the Highclimbers. A lot of yards for number 31, Nathan Tyler, for the Capital Cougars.
And number 7 also.
Well, yeah. So Penner has it teed up, waiting for the kickoff here. It's going to be high, deep, taken about the 15-yard line. It looks like Jason Kenyon on the return. Gets up to the 30. I'm thinking that's Kenyon. It might have been Stewart. It is Stewart on the return. So the Highclimbers will start out on their own 30 with the 1st and 10.
Kenyon had a fairly nice return there.
That was Stewart. I thought it was Kenyon, but it was Stewart.
Okay, Stewart had a pretty nice run there. Return, maybe, 13 yards? I don't know.
Close. Yeah. I'd say it's closer to 15.
Okay.
Out of the gun will go Giraldus. He has 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. That's Kyle Kimball. Oh, it's 2 in the near side, excuse me. Low snap. Giraldus back to pass. Going to pull it down. He's got to run. Avoids a tackle and slides to just shy of the 40. I think they're going to spot it about the 38. Give him an 8-yard. Now, let's see. Nope, they can make it a 7-yard scramble.
Let's give him 7.
So 2nd and 3 coming.
I don't want to jinx it, but we've only had 3 penalties all game, or 4 penalties all game.
Quiet, Jerry.
Okay.
3 receivers far side, 1 near side. Giraldus back to pass, looks over the middle, pumps again, throws it over the middle. One-handed attempt on that. Kyle Kimball can't pull it in. I give credit to Noah Church-Kirkland to break that pass up.
Yeah, I remember the last time I said there was very few penalties, and then what happened?
We had a
surge.
Rash of them.
We had a surge, yeah.
So 3rd and short coming for the Highclimbers. 1:10 to go here in the half. They're trailing 21-7.
3rd and 3.
Giraldus out of the gun. It's like Willie Ruiz is the back beside him. Back to pass he goes, looks over the middle, going to dump it off. Same spot as last time, little off, incomplete, intended target. Looks like it's Evan Rhodes. Yep, that brings
nice
up
coverage.
Yeah, good coverage. It looks like Tyler Giraldus is looking at all of his options before he's deciding to try and throw. Mm-hmm. So the Cougars are covering well in a punting situation for the Shelton team with 1:04 to go here. We have another timeout on the field. Looks like we do. We'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Hillcrest Shell is now open, conveniently located on Highway 3 at the corner of Olympic Highway South and Cascade Avenue in Shelton. Hillcrest Shell offers quality gasoline at affordable prices, and you can use your Fred Meyer or QFC rewards points to save even more at the pump. Free coffee to help with your morning commute, a variety of snacks and other goodies to help you get through the day, and friendly service as Eric is back in town. Hillcrest Shell on Highway 3 at the corner of Olympic Highway South and Cascade Avenue in Shelton. 1:04 to go here in the half. 21-7 is the score. Capital on top. Shelton Highclimbers have a 4th and 3 from their own 38-yard line. And Cody Bragg is on to kick it away. Now the Cougars are not going to send a guy back. Nope, now they are. The Highclimbers attempted a fake punt last time, didn't work out well. Bragg will boot one.
Nice
and
boot.
Another beautiful punt that'll hit at the 20 and take a Highclimber bounce all the way inside the 15 to about the 13, maybe the 12. Highclimbers will down it there with 51 seconds to go in the half.
Well, that's the longest punt. If my math is right, that's a 53-yard punt.
I'll agree with you, Jerry. I'm not going to go against your
and it had a nice roll, too.
So. Oh, yeah, beautiful roll. And they're going to spot it at the 13 for 1st and 10 for Capital.
So Cody's doing pretty good tonight.
Yeah,
38, 52, and 53-yard punt.
So the Cougars will come out with a 1st and 10 on their own 13-yard line. 51 seconds to go. They lead 21-7. Out of the pistol will go Bertelli. He's got a receiver on each side, 2 backs behind him. Handoff. That looks like, just fighting his way to the first down marker and beyond. I think that's Jackson, or nope, it's Tyler.
31.
Tyler on that carry. You'd think you would be able to notice a dirtier uniform. Across the 25 to the 26 on that run. So first down.
And that is a 10th first down for Capital.
We do have a quick timeout. So 43 seconds to go. We'll step aside. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Are you looking for an affordable TV service option?
Hood Canal Communications has good news.
Introducing HCC IPTV.
Get local Seattle TV at an affordable price without lengthy contracts or hidden fees.
IPTV uses your broadband connection from HCC.
For a limited time, get your first 3 months for free.
Need broadband? HCC has got you covered. Ask about broadband options in your area. Call 898-2481 today.
Learn more at hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
43 seconds to go here in the half. 21-7. Capital on top. The Cougars have the ball with a 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line. Out of the gun will go Bertelli. He's got 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Little play action. Bertelli will keep it. He's got the edge. Flag on the play as Bertelli is knocked down short of the 40 by Kyle Kimball, but there's a flag way back in the backfield. There's a hold on the Cougars. So let's rethink this one, Jerry. Wonder how many holds they've missed tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can call a hold almost every time you have a running play. I mean, you know, but that is the first. Did you say that's a first or second penalty? Second penalty. That's right. You corrected me. That's right. So that was a costly one because
that makes it 1st and 20 for them.
And that took back a first down. Nice carry on that one by Bertelli. Unfortunately, or they had a penalty, holding penalty.
Yeah, first down, and it looks like 20 yards from the 15 now. Get the formation and the shot there. Man in motion from the far side, that is Pinner. Bertelli will hand it off to Tyler. Tyler trying to get around the edge. He manages to miss 1 tackle and then gets up to about the 26. Got the penalty back.
Yep.
I call it the 25. So it's going to be 2nd and 11 now. 16 seconds is, no, clock is still running. Now we're at 10. I don't think they're going to be able to get a play off here.
Nice gain on that by Tyler, number 31, 10-yard carry.
Well, that'll do it for the first half. 21-7, we head to the locker rooms with the Capital Cougars on top here at Highclimber Stadium. It's senior night. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
With high school football season winding down, we turn our thoughts towards basketball. This season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, plans to broadcast 24 games from all over Mason County. Our schedule has 9 Shelton boys games, 8 featuring the Lady Climbers, more than half a dozen in North Mason, and a few from Merriam Knight. Basketball season starts November 28th, and you can watch all the action on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Advertising packages are available.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Hi, everyone.
Got a little bit of kick to it.
Houston, do you copy?
Halftime score, 21-7. Let's take a listen in and watch the Shelton dance team do a little performance here, Jerry. So I'm going to kill the mics.
Could you please help me find my dolly? I lost her, and I really want her back. Wanna play a game? You're not afraid of the dark, are you?
Shelton dance team doing their usual Halloween performance, where I was wondering, they usually start out in the crowd, Jerry. This time they ran into the crowd. As we are at halftime with that score, Capital 21, Shelton 7. We'll give Jerry a couple more minutes to do some calculations. We'll be back with some more with the halftime statistics in a moment. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
Before we turn to Jerry Apple with our stats for the first half, let's listen in on the Shelton Marching Band. Shelton Marching Band here at Highclimbers Stadium. It's halftime. 21-7 is our halftime score. Jerry Apple, you've got the sheet in front of you. What does it look statistically?
Well, Shelton has 4 first downs. Capital has 10. Capital has thrown 13 times, completed 7 for a total of 74 yards. Shelton has thrown 10 times, completed 1 for 15 yards. That was Max Falcon, who caught the 15-yard pass. The leading rusher for Shelton is Willie Ruiz. He's had 8 carries for 57 yards. His longest carry was 19 yards. Shelton has had 14 carries for 75 yards, and add the 15 yards to that, and we have 90 yards total for the Highclimbers. The scoring summary for Shelton, Tyler Giraldus had a 1-yard touchdown run, and Cody Bragg had the point after attempt. That was good. That made it 14-7, and then Capital came back and made it 21-7. Capital had 20 yards in penalties, so did Shelton. So hopefully I haven't jinxed that. But Capital has had 25 carries for 126 yards. add that to the 74 yards in the air, and you've got 200 yards total. And your leading carriers are, of course, number 31, and that is...
Oh, I'm sorry, that's Tyler. Nathan Tyler.
Nathan Tyler.
I was getting into the
oh, no, I know.
down
I was just checking you, see how you were doing there. But number 31 had 13 carries for 66 yards. And Jackson, number 7, had 7 carries for 45 yards. What was interesting, Jackson was the leading carrier the first quarter, and then number 31 became the leading rusher the second quarter. And so you've got, and we had 3 other ball carriers. And for the Capital Cougars. So if you add the 126 yards they had on the ground with the 74 yards in the air, they had 200 yards total. Chris Penner had a 12-yard run, and point after attempt was good. We had a 5-yard touchdown pass to number 3. Point after attempt was good. And then that made it 14-0. Then Shelton scored. And then the last touchdown was made by number 31. And he had a 2-yard touchdown run. And the point after attempt was good. One of the highlights for the Highclimbers was the blocked field goal.
Right.
And and Kyle Kimball had 2 interceptions. And that's another highlight.
Got an interception on my page. It doesn't have a number on it. That's a Cougar thing.
So,
Kyle Kimball's had a game now that blocked field goal. I don't remember who did that right off the top of my head.
Well, I think it was, you said Elijah Mahoney.
Right.
We weren't quite sure, but I think we gave him credit for it.
Yeah, Eli Mahoney, and there was somebody else in on that.
Yeah, I think there was.
Might have been Gage Peterson. I'd have to go back and look. But it was a pretty good thing, and the Highclimbers are getting better at that. I noticed on the point afters, the attempts that the Cougars have done, that the Highclimbers are making some penetration, so that could be pretty big.
Yeah.
As the game goes on.
And another note. Cody Bragg has had 3 really nice punts, 38, 52, 53. That comes out to about a 47, 46-yard average. So doing a good job.
He as he always does. So we're just a couple minutes away from the return to action in the third quarter. The band has been recognized here. The senior band members were recognized as we were chatting there after their performance, and they're marching off the field. We'll take a timeout it is, and we'll be back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
We weren't even starting the game yet.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Since this is a senior night, and everybody's pretty much gotten their shot at performing, here's the cheerleaders. Their turn to wow the crowd here.
First, senior cheerleader.
Actually, this is being their recognition.
After high school, Sierra plans to attend South Puget Sound Community College, where she will attain her EMT license. After that, she will transfer to a 4-year university and eventually become a medic. Sierra's favorite high school moment was when the cheerleaders taught the boys how to stunt. It was so much fun. Sierra's 2 brothers and little sister are the ones who get credit for inspiring her throughout her high school career. They pushed her to her limit and motivated her to finish school. Congratulations, senior Sierra Blueback. Our next senior is Yesenia Gaspar. She's walking with her mother Vanessa, father Salvador, sister Viviana, and her brother Salvador Jr. Yesenia's favorite moment was performing in the Tolo Assembly with her cheer squad during her junior year. Yesenia's parents are responsible for inspiring her to accomplish her goals and attend college. Her dad is one of the hardest workers she knows, and he never gives up on anything. Her mom is very generous and caring, even to those who may not deserve it. So congratulations, Yesenia. Our next senior is Tiana Dunbar. Tiana is walking with her mother, Daisha Dunbar, and I believe Tiana just got off the plane, so she's here for us tonight. We're so happy. After high school, Tiana plans to attend Pacific Lutheran University to pursue a degree in midwife nursing. Her favorite moments in high school were making the All-American Cheer Squad and competing at state last year with DECA. Tiana's inspiration comes from her mother, who taught her to always be strong when faced with difficulties in life, and from her cheer squad, who always accepted me and showed her unconditional love. So congratulations, Tiana. And our final senior is Ricky Anderson, who's walking with her mother, Chris Anderson, father Jesse Fenton, and her sister Savannah Fenton. After high school, Ricky plans on attending WSU, where she will pursue a master's degree in athletic training. Her favorite high school moments were when she was spending time with her team. They are like family. Ricky's mother, coaches, and cheer girls are the ones who have inspired her the most. They have always pushed her to be the best she can be. Congratulations, Ricky, and thank you to all you seniors for your dedication to our cheer program. You truly are role models for all of us.
Shelton Highclimbers cheer squad, their seniors being recognized here at halftime. You see the score, 21-7. Capital on top as we head, we'll get to the third quarter in a moment. The Highclimbers will be receiving the kickoff in about a minute and a half. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
With high school football season winding down, we turn our thoughts towards basketball. This season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, plans to broadcast 24 games from all over Mason County. Our schedule has 9 Shelton boys games, 8 featuring the Lady Climbers, more than half a dozen in North Mason, and a few from Merriam Knight. Basketball season starts November 28th, and you can watch all the action on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Advertising packages are available.
Anything can happen on Thursday. America was born on a Thursday. So was Odell Beckham Jr. and that Pac-Man guy. Oh, and this happened. Anything can happen on Thursday. Thursday Night Football, Thursday at 5 on NFL Network.
Just a few seconds until we start the third quarter. 21-7 is our score at halftime. And the Shelton Highclimbers will be receiving the third quarter kickoff, as I thought that Capital won the toss and decided not to defer for once. I think that's how it went down, which is very unusual. So the Highclimbers will
be receiving?
Yeah, we'll be receiving. So let me turn you back up there, Jerry, so you can hear yourself.
Oh, okay.
There we go. So the Highclimbers need to start connecting on the passes to get back in this game. It looks that's my assessment. The running game's working.
Yes.
Passing game is starting to click, but the half runs out. And as for Capital, well, they're just going to keep doing what they do.
Well, yeah, Capital is not very predictable. You know, they mix it up a lot. And hopefully here in the second half, like you said, Tyler Gironis is going to come up with a nice string of passes and mix it in with the run game, which has been fairly successful, like you said, first half.
Now we have a penalty to start this quarter. Wow. What is the call here, guys? That's a big penalty, Jerry.
Yeah, that is a 15-yard penalty. Normally they kick it from the 40-yard line. Now we're kicking it in Shelton territory.
Yeah. So a 15-yard penalty must be some sort of a unsportsmanlike or something to that effect.
Right.
So let's see what the Cougars decide to do here. I'm expecting a touchback as Penner's got it teed up at the Shelton 45 for this kickoff to get the third quarter underway. It's interesting, in the Central Kitsap game, we had a penalty at half as well, as Central Kitsap didn't come out in time. So there is the run-up. And the kick, it's going to be high and deep, and that'll be a touchback. You'd almost say, why don't you just put it at a 20? Because you know that's what's going to happen. But the Highclimbers are going to start the third quarter out on their own 20-yard line. So let's see what they're going to bring out here to start this second half. Is it going to be a run? Are they going to go back into the gun? That's where they've been more successful, is out of the shotgun, rather than the standard I formation, which we've seen a lot of in Shelton's history. And what do we have? Looks like it's going to be an offset I, this time towards the near side. A receiver on each side, Skylar Ross, and then Kyle Kimball is the man in motion. Little pitch to Willie Ruiz coming this way. Willie can't quite get much. Actually, he ended up getting about 5 on that, Jerry.
So let's see where they mark it. Yeah, I think you're right. You're absolutely right. It's a 5-yard gain for Willie Ruiz.
You know, I thought for sure that the Cougars were pursuing that well and they were going to catch him, and he managed to move upfield.
I just can't imagine Shelton coming out and passing it first. I think they will, maybe let's see what happens after this next couple plays.
So under center will go Giraldus, this time offset to the far side, man in motion. Same formation, opposite side. That's Kimball in motion. This time it's a handoff to Willie Ruiz.
Nice grade.
Oh, yeah, he gets a lot of room around the left side. Give him 10 on that carry, even maybe a little bit more. Up across the 35, 36. I'm going to give him 11, Jerry.
Okay. He's had 2 nice carries.
Good ball carrying there. So first down for Shelton, and the clock is winding.
I think they're going to stay on the ground for a little longer.
Well, it's one of those things. We're going to keep running this play until you figure out how to stop it.
Right, exactly.
So offset near side. Kimball, the receiver, to the near side. Osmond just shifted over to a standard I. Handoff to Ruiz. Big break there for a brief moment. Got across the 40 to the 41, maybe the 42. Another good run.
Yeah.
We'll give him 5 on that.
Yeah, 5 or 6.
Yeah, just short of 6.
Okay.
Yeah, 2nd and 5 coming for the Highclimbers.
All right.
I'd like to give him 6, but unfortunately, it doesn't look that way.
No, it's 5. You're right. I looked at the beginning yard marker there. Yeah, you're right.
So out of the gun, we'll go Giraldus this time. He has a receiver on each side, and max protection handoff goes to Isaiah Stewart coming around the near side. He didn't get much.
Nope.
Got back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, that's the 42, isn't it? Yeah. So no gain there. Make it 3rd and 5.
And this could be a passing situation.
Well, you never know. You're getting decent runs, but aside from that last one, Stewart remains as one of the backs. Trenton Osmond also back there. Out of the gun will go Giraldus, his 2 receivers. Marshall McCullough far side. Kyle Kimball near side. Little play action. Giraldus will dump it off. It's complete. And being pushed out of bounds. Actually, it's not Osmond. It's Max Falcon. He's right shy of the 45. That'll bring up 4th and short, Jerry.
And that's his second completed pass to him.
So go 4th and 1 for Shelton on their own 44. And the Highclimbers look like they're going to kick it away as Cody Bragg's out there to punt it back, and Carson Bertelli.
So Max Falcon is the leading receiver with 2 completed passes to him.
This one's not as high, kind of a line drive punt that'll hit at about the 35, bounce to about the 24, and be down to there. That's where the Cougars will take over.
So 32-yard punt and no return for the Capital Cougars.
Yeah, spot the ball in the 24 for Capital. 1st and 10. Third quarter action there. First possession of the second half coming for Capital Cougars. Out of the shotgun, no, out of the pistol will go Bertelli. He has 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. 2 backs behind him, 1 beside him, 1 behind him, excuse me. A quick handoff. That looks like it's going to be Taylor on the carry, I believe. Nope, actually it's Jackson this time. So maybe they alternate quarters, Jerry. So that's Jackson on the carry. Eric Jackson got the carry that time. Gave him about 28, so let's give him 4.
Okay.
I'm giving him 4.
See, you're being generous this time.
Well, I'm looking at where they started, where they are.
Okay.
So 2nd down and a long 6.
Okay, thank you.
2 receivers near side, 1 far side. 2 backs in the backfield. Little play action. Here comes Bertelli. He's going to change his direction, being pursued. Directing some traffic. A throw. Got a guy out there. Can't pull it down. He couldn't pull it down. It's just a little high. Chase Martin couldn't pull that one in off his hands. Incomplete. 3rd down coming, but there's also a flag. Back at the line, near the line of scrimmage. Let's see what the call is. Illegal man downfield. So that'll march him back. I'm almost tempted, if I were Coach Hinkle, to take the results of that play and go 3rd down instead of giving him, well, you're going to march him back only 5 yards. Give him another down, 2nd down. That's my thinking.
Yeah.
Let's see what the result is, though.
Well,
see, I called it.
He agrees with you.
I agree. Brings up 3rd down and a long 6 after the penalty. Out of the shotgun this time is Bertelli. He has 2 receivers on each side and a single back beside him. I believe that is Jackson. Man in motion. That's going to be Penner. He's going to fake the play action and get a pass complete to the across the 1st down marker line to gain, and that is going to be Jack Collard with the reception in the 1st down.
Yep.
So that really didn't matter one way or the other. And the ball's up at the 36, Jerry.
Collard?
Yes, Collard.
Number 36. Okay. Well, good for a 1st down, and
so out of the gun will go Bertelli. Man in motion, that's Penner. A little play action, and a handoff will go actually to Tyler, trying to weave his way around the right side. Got a couple.
That was number 31, Nathan Tyler, going over the right side for the carry. Evan Rhodes is on defense for the Highclimbers.
So really no gain there, Jerry.
Yeah, and Evan Rhodes has made the tackle.
So 2nd and 10 from the 37. Out of the gun will go Bertelli. He's got 2 receivers on each side and a back beside him. And I believe that is Tyler. Man in motion is Penner. A little double play action, throw over the middle. Got a guy there. It's complete. And that is Martin, I believe, on the scramble. He's going to score. I believe that's number 15.
Yes, it is a 15.
So the Cougars score again. Another quick strike.
So a 37-yard touchdown pass to number 15.
And the point after coming as the Cougars are now up 27-7. It was 65 there from the 36 on the other end of the field.
Yeah, so let's tack on another 13. Yeah, 63. Wow. 63
So
yards.
Chris Penner's on to kick the point after. Snap, spot, kick. High enough, long enough, good enough. Make it 28-7. Capital picking up where they left off. Third quarter action. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hillcrest Shell is now open, conveniently located on Highway 3 at the corner of Olympic Highway South and Cascade Avenue in Shelton. Hillcrest Shell offers quality gasoline at affordable prices, and you can use your Fred Meyer or QFC rewards points to save even more at the pump. Free coffee to help with your morning commute, a variety of snacks and other goodies to help you get through the day, and friendly service as Eric is back in town. Hillcrest Shell on Highway 3 at the corner of Olympic Highway South and Cascade Avenue in Shelton.
7:48 to go in the third quarter. 28-7, Capital on top of Shelton. South Sound Conference action from Highclimbers Stadium in Shelton, as the Cougars went 6 plays, 76 yards, and a big chunk on the touchdown pass.
Yeah.
So
it from the 37. Wow.
Yeah.
And he was wide open.
Yeah, he was. It was a well thought out double play action. There you go. That's how they strike quickly, and they're very explosive, as I mentioned in the open. So Chris Penner has it teed up at the 40 to kick it off to the Highclimbers. Highclimbers still leaving about a 15, 20-yard gap behind the line, and a high end-over-end punt that's going to be taken at the 15 and busting up across the 30 to about the 33, maybe the 35, depending on the spot. And I guess it's Isaiah Stewart on the return.
Yeah, about an 18-yard return by Stewart.
So Shelton will take over a 20-yard return, Jerry.
Well, I think we're going to have to see, them go to the passing now. I think we're going to see a lot of throwing.
Well, we've seen that the Highclimbers can do that as long as they do connect. Geraldus will go out of the pistol. He has 2 receivers on the near side. Quick snap. Oh, a pick 6. Wow, look at that. Jeez.
Number 4.
Yeah, Jack Collard just read that all the way. And a pick 6 for the Cougars, and they're right back where they were just a couple of moments ago.
Well, they knew that was going to come because they've thrown out in the flat to Kemble several times, and they anticipated that one.
Yeah, just jumped in that passing lane, reached up there, pulled it down, boom, gone. That was about a 30-yard pick 6. So Capital up 34-7 now. And interesting, the clock is running. I don't understand why.
No, and it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, but to correct that, there's a snap, the spot, the kick. That was a line drive. It does go through, so make it 35-7. Capital extends its lead. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hi, everyone. Got a little bit of kick to it.
Houston, do you copy?
And we are back. Well, they're going to leave it at 6:34 on the clock. Third quarter action. And they didn't add the point up there on the scoreboard, but it is 35-7. Capital on top. And the Capital Cougars are ready to kick it back to the Shelton Highclimbers. Now, Penner's been consistently kicking it over to the right side, kind of short, and
Big kick into Stewart.
Yeah, Stewart, and I think they've changed that. It looks like it might be Willie Ruiz out there to receive that, but that's
number 23.
Yeah, in that same spot, but maybe not. Hard to say. Nope, it is Stewart. Standing about his 15. There's the run up. And the kick, that one's going to be
to Kimball.
Kimball at the 10. He's going to fly straight up the middle, break one open. Slipping tackles, but he's finally pulled down at the 40 by the man who had to pick 6.
30-yard return by Kyle Kimball.
So Shelton will start from their own 40 now. 1st and 10 for Shelton. Guess they're going to let that runoff of the clock stand, Jerry. It's now 6:29 in the 3rd quarter. Highclimbers will go out of the gun. 2 receivers on each side. It's Kimball and Tony on the near side. McCullough and Ross on the far side. Ruiz is the back. Geraldus is going to throw long, trying to get it to Kimball.
Pass interference.
Kimball draws the flag. That ball was way overthrown. I don't think Kimball was able to even get to it, but the tackle was a little early, way early, and that'll be...
But I would agree with you that it would not have been caught, but it was pretty blatant.
Yeah. Oh, now they're going to say it's... Wait a minute, yeah. Very good. Referee pointed in the wrong direction. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty and gives the Highclimbers a 1st down.
2nd 1st down of this half.
So that'll put the ball into Cougar territory at the 44. So can the Highclimbers take advantage of this little windfall?
Yeah, we'll see.
They're trailing by 4 touchdowns at this point. Out of the gun will go Geraldus. Tight formations on both sides in the slot, double slots. Geraldus in trouble, pulls it down, throws. Oh, nice diving catch by Skylar Ross at the 30. I thought for sure that was going to fall incomplete, but Skylar reached up there and pulled it down.
Beautiful.
I even got that on the camera, Jerry.
Well, that was thrown. It's a 14-yard
pickup.
14-yard pickup. A nice catch by Skylar.
Just extended enough to pull that down. 1st and 10 for Shelton on the Capital 30.
And good for another Highclimber 1st down.
Same formation with tight receivers in the slots on each side. Out of the gun will go Geraldus. Back to pass he goes. Going to dump it off to Willie Ruiz. He's got lots of running room up that far side to the 10 now. Can he try to cut it back? Does he? Does he? Did. Touchdown, Shelton. Willie Ruiz.
30-yard touchdown run by Willie Ruiz.
All right, Jerry, you're not doing PA here. So the Highclimbers put some points on the board.
I know, I get excited.
You get really excited.
That's okay.
Cody Bragg will be on to kick the point after. As it's now 35-13. 5:49 to go in the 3rd quarter. Snap, spot, kick. Looks pretty good. Dead solid, perfect, Jerry.
Yeah.
So 35-14 now. 3rd quarter action. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
And welcome back. 3rd quarter action, 35-14, 5:49 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Shelton, quick strike. 3 plays, 60 yards with a penalty thrown in there.
Well, between the 3rd and 4th quarter today, they're going to have a drawing to see who gets a $124 gift certificate.
Yeah, we failed to talk about that at halftime. You should have reminded me, Jerry.
No. We'll talk about it later.
Okay, so Cody Bragg's got it teed up at the 40 to kick it off back to the Cougars. Third quarter action. High end over end kick that'll be taken about the 15. And Bertelli jumps over Skylar Ross. But the Capital Cougars will start out on their own 28-yard line.
Oh, we'll give the tackle to Skylar Ross.
Well, I guess he did impede the jumping ability to knock him over. Cougars come out from the sidelines. Highclimbers are waiting. Bertelli will go out of the shotgun. He's got two receivers on each side. Man in motion. And a fumble on the play, on that play action handoff. And falling on the ball, I believe that was...
well, number 9 was there.
Let's see, who had the carriage? I didn't even see who that was.
Quarterback.
No, it was not. It was a handoff.
Yeah.
Oh, Tegan Ralph. That was the carrier. There we go. So a loss on the play brings up second and about 12 from the 25.
Okay.
Load them over on the far side, 3 receivers. Bertelli will pull it down and slide back to the line of scrimmage. Might have even lost some yardage there.
Yeah, he did. Looks like he lost about a yard.
Looks like it's 3rd and 14 now. Call it the 24. 3 receivers far side, 1 near side for the Cougars. Out of the gun will go Bertelli. And jumping off sides is going to be the Highclimbers. Trying to anticipate that count.
Somebody asked me the question, why are we playing Capital 2 years in a row at home? Well, you gave the obvious answer. They're in different leagues this year, so.
Yeah, new league, so you get to do it again. And you want to know something. Next week, as I mentioned in the beginning, the Highclimbers are going to travel to Stadium Bowl to play Wilson, and by golly, they did that last year.
Yeah, what a repeat. Yeah, that's right.
Why not? So that makes it 3rd and about 9. Ball spotted at the 30 now for the Cougars. Out of the gun will go Bertelli. He's going to go back to pass. He's on the row out to the far side, looking to pass, and now he's going to pull it down and run and try to get to the. Oh, there's a fumble before he got to the outside and the sidelines.
I think he was out of bounds when that happened. Let's see.
Well, the Highclimbers say that they're celebrating.
Really? Okay. Well.
And a flag, and another flag. Boy, I don't know what kind of transpired over there.
Pretty nice run by Bertelli.
Oh, an illegal man downfield.
Okay.
You're gonna mark that all the way up there. I'm confused now.
Well,
it's on the Cougars for sure, but I don't think there was a fumble on the play.
Okay.
Okay, so an illegal man downfield, and they refused both the penalties, and it's 4th down.
But on that,
he did come up.
You still give him the yardage.
Yes.
But.
So let's see. I'm trying to wait for some sort of explanation. Because he's short of the first down on the run, so I guess he did run out of bounds before he lost that ball.
Okay. Yeah, I thought he was out of bounds when that ball came out.
And then I think there's another penalty, and I've never seen that signal before. Now, there's a lawyer in the area who does some refereeing, and I watched him be the lead referee in a youth football game last year, and he was very clear on his signals. You had there was no mistake about what he was calling, and I mentioned to him when I saw him the next time. And he says, yeah, I've seen some of these guys, and they don't make any sense when they make their hand signals. So we're going to march it back after what now? Okay, I see what happened now. It was an illegal forward pass after all that. That's why the ball popped out of there. So it's 4th down, loss of down, and the Cougars are going to punt it away, as well as the illegal men downfield. Kyle Kimball standing at his 30. Waiting for the punt from Chris Pinner. Pinner's going to kind of kick it off the side of his foot. Fair catch called for at about the 31. And that's where the Highclimbers are going to take over. Shelton.
37-yard punt, no return.
So Shelton has a 1st and 10 on their own 31 with 3:44 to go here in the 3rd quarter. They trail 35-14.
And we've been giving Cody Bragg a lot of recognition tonight for his kicking. Capel's kicker, like you said, is good.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, Chris Pinner is doing it all tonight. Running, catching, kicking.
And ran once.
Yeah. So out of the gun will go Giraldus. He has 2 receivers on each side, and Willie Ruiz beside him to his left. There's the snap. Quick little dump off. That's complete to Kyle Kimball. He'll dive to the 40, just short of the first down by about a yard.
And you know, like you said, when Tyler Giraldus gets in a rhythm, he certainly does. He's completed the last 4 passes.
So 2nd and 1 from the 40 for Shelton out of the gun. We'll go Giraldus again. Ruiz is to his right, 2 receivers on each side. Short dump off, good, complete for the first down at the 45. I'm thinking that's Skylar Ross, so I have to wait. Nope, it's Gage Peterson on the reception. Just across the 45, called the 46. 1st and 10 for Shelton. .306 to go in the 3rd. Same formation for Shelton.
Well, 5th pass completed in a row.
A little pump and go. And, yes, Kyle Kimball pulled that one down. I thought for sure that was overthrown or even an interception, but Kyle Kimball managed to pull that one down. Big gain up to the 18-yard line. That's what is a 30.
Maybe a 36 yard. Yep. 36 yards.
36-yard catch for Kyle Kimball.
Another first down for Shelton. That is their 5th. And that's the 6th pass in a row completed by Tyler Giraldus.
So we're going to stay with this shotgun formation with Willie Ruiz to the right of Giraldus in the backfield. 2 receivers on each side. Not much of a drop. He'll throw over the middle. Complete to Kimball. Kimball inside the 10. Close to the first down. That is a 1st and goal, Jerry.
Yeah.
At the 8.
Third pass attempt completed to Kyle Kimball.
Out of the gun will go Giraldus. Same formation this time. Ruiz is to the left in the backfield with Giraldus. Looking to the near side, pulls it down. Going to spin, set his feet, avoid a tackler, throws, and intercepted.
But we do have a flag.
And we have a flag about the 10.
And I'm thinking it could be called holding.
Geralda's pass is intercepted by Jack Collard.
It's Color with another pick for Capital. If it stands, it does look like it's going to stand. I don't think you take the pick.
Holding against the Highclimbers, penalties decline, and Capital will take over.
So Capital takes over at their own 5, though. I guess if there's any good news about that play, that would be it.
Yeah.
Capital will take over deep in their own territory with 2:04 to go here in the third quarter, leading 35-14. Here come the Cougars off the sideline. Out of the pistol will go Bertelli. Has got a receiver way on the far side. Everybody else is bunched into towards the formation. 2 guys in the backfield. Handoff. This is going to be Tyler. Tyler gets up across the 15. We're just at the 15. That's first down. Should be a first down.
We're going to see here. Shy.
Not moving the chains.
No, they got it.
They got it. Okay. So from the 5 to the 15, that should be a first down.
Yeah.
You would think.
Well,
Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Capital with the lead in the ball. I think you're going to see a lot more just running or trying to run the clock down.
You bet.
Hand off this time to Tyler. Tyler busts his way to near the 20.
That a 5-yard gain?
I'll give him 5.
Okay.
Up to the 20, second down and 5. It's like the same formation. This time the receiver is wide to the near side. Man in motion is Nate Smith. Handoff. Goes to Tyler again. He gets first down up near the 30. Now they're going to say he stopped shy of the, well, it looks like about the 27. Still enough for the first down. We're under a minute to go here in the third quarter. I guess officially they're going to call it the 28, Jerry. So they're going to spread it out of the pistol. We'll go Bertelli is 2 receivers on each side and a single setback. Man in motion. Hand off to Tyler. Tyler going the opposite side. He's going to stay in bounds close to the 40.
Looks like another first down. Close.
Well, they're going to say he's out about the 36.
Ooh. Didn't he?
So we'll give him 8 on that. Boy, that's not a very good spot.
He didn't. It seemed like he went right out there by the marker over the. Yeah, I didn't think that. I thought he gained more than that. Right?
Yeah, well, we're in a very odd angle from that far side.
Wow.
I'm going to call it 2nd and 2, Jerry. They're going to let this quarter run out. We've got 10 seconds now. We'll head to the 4th. Capital on top, 35-14. We'll be back as we switch ends and head back to the swampy area of Highclimbers Stadium. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready.
go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
So we have 12 minutes to go in this ball game. 35-14 Capital with the lead in the ball as we're waiting for the start of the fourth quarter. And let's see here, they'll be on their own 36-yard line. They have a second and 2. And looks like the Cougars are going to go out of that high formation with the receiver on each side. It's going to be offset. No, it's not the eye, excuse me, it's out of the pistol. Same formation they've been using all night. Just looked like they were going to go in the eye. I was hoping something different. Little handoff straight up the middle and met a wall there. I think that's Taylor on the carry. See the Taylor Jackson. I'm still waiting to see. It's Taylor. Stood up by Kyle Kimball and a couple of his cohorts there, right to the 40. And is that enough for a first down? Yes, it is. First and 10 from the 40 now.
And that's the 5th first down this half for the Capital Cougars.
Out of the shotgun will go Bertelli. He's got 2 receivers on each side, and Tyler's the back beside him. Just a step behind him, actually. Long snap, man in motion. Little play action, back to pass. Got a guy there, that's Pinner. Pinner slips a tackle, stumbles, and good touchdown saving and ankle grab by Jake Myers there.
Marking it on the 20.
Yep, they're going to spot a 20-yard pickup. Or actually, no, it's a 30-yard pickup. Now I'm doing what you were doing earlier.
Yeah, let me do the math this time.
First and 10 for Capital on the 20-yard line. So out of the gun will go Bertelli. He's got 2 receivers on each side. And to his right is Tyler. Long snap. Man in motion. Hand off to Tyler. Tyler gonna slip near the 15 and get in near the 10 before he's stopped. Boy, that took a long time to develop, Jerry. They're gonna stop about the 11, maybe the 12. Second down coming. Call to 12. Second and 2 coming for Capital.
One of the interesting things about Shelton, they have completed 7 of 8 passes this half, and Capital's only thrown 4 times, but they've completed 3, and several of those have been fairly long, 63 yards and 31 yards for a total of 102 yards.
So a timeout has been called, Jerry. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
You'll complete your thought here in a moment.
Okay.
10:19 to go here in the ball game.
Are you looking for an affordable TV service option?
Hood Canal Communications has good news.
Introducing HCC IPTV.
Get local Seattle TV at an affordable price without lengthy contracts or hidden fees.
IPTV uses your broadband connection from HCC.
For a limited time, get your first 3 months for free.
Need broadband? HCC has got you covered. Ask about broadband options in your area. Call 898-2481 today.
Learn more at hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
So we have a second down coming for the Capital Cougars, and you were going to say something, Jerry, and I interrupted you.
I would just say that, Shelton has been very accurate on their passing, 7 out of 8, and Capital has been accurate 3 out of 4. Several of those passes have been fairly long. 31 yards and 63 yards.
So the Cougars are on the field with a shotgun formation, 2 receivers on each side. Bertelli has Tyler beside him a step back. Man in motion. This time it's going to be play action, thrown and intercepted. In the end zone. That is
Number
not,
9.
it's not intercepted. It's incomplete.
Oh.
Evan Rhodes jumped in there to knock that away.
And he dropped it?
Yeah, it must have been. Thought for sure he had the pick. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 from the 12 for Capital. Leading by 3 touchdowns and knocking on the door again. Now we're getting an I formation. And off to Taylor. Taylor getting around the outside. Going to be ridden out of bounds near the goal line on the far side.
Yeah, we're going to give them 11 yards on that one.
Yep.
And we're going to give them another first down. 6th of this half.
So a 1st and goal for Capital.
Trenton Osmond on the tackle for the Highclimbers.
So they'll get back into that I formation. Nate Smith is always man in motion, and handoff to Tyler. He'll bust in there for the touchdown.
1-yard touchdown run.
Yeah. Nathan Tyler. Make it 41-14 now. Point after coming. So Penner's on to tack on yet another point after. Crowd wants him to block the kick. There's snap spot. Kick is up. Ooh, that's high. Did it get through? It did. So make it 42-14. Under 10 minutes to go here in the ball game. All Capital.
With high school football season winding down, we turn our thoughts towards basketball. This season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, plans to broadcast 24 games from all over Mason County. Our schedule has 9 Shelton boys games, 8 featuring the Lady Climbers, more than half a dozen in North Mason, and a few from Merriam Knight. Basketball season starts November 28th, and you can watch all the action on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Advertising packages are available.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Well, they're about ready to kick it off, so we'll get back to that commercial here shortly. So Penner has it teed up at the 40. We're under 10 minutes to go, 9:57 in the ball game. It is 42-14.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, boy, Jerry's on the phone here. Let me turn him off.
We just found out we had a winner of the
I'm sorry.
$4.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead and say that again.
Yeah.
All right, Penner has it teed up. Here's the kickoff.
Okay.
It's high and short. Well, same thing. Bobbled by Stewart. He'll pick it up at the 20, 25, 30, 35. He's up the sidelines on the near side. Cuts it back at the 50, and he's pulled down. Nice return for Isaiah Stewart. Gets into Cougar territory. It looks like a 46, 47 yard lines where they'll end up spotting some 46, 1st and 10.
How many yards on that by Stewart?
See, about the 20, 26, about 30.
Yeah. 2 nice returns, one by Kyle Kimball and now one by Isaiah Stewart.
Out of the gun will go Giraldus. He has 2 receivers on each side. Willie Ruiz is the back. Back to pass goes Giraldus. Looks over the middle, finds a guy there. That's Kyle Kimball. Breaks the tackle, slides forward across the 40. Just short of the first down marker. Call it the 38. Nope, we're gonna call for a. Well, they're looking over the situation to see. Might have a measurement coming. Looks very, very close though.
Yeah.
Nope, they're going to call it.
That's the 4th completed pass to Kyle Kimball. So we're going to give him 8 yards on that?
8 yards.
Okay.
It's going to need to be 2nd and 2.
So 4th completed pass to Kyle Kimball.
Back to pass goes Giraldez. He looks in the middle, dumps it off to Ruiz. Gets the first down, trying to break a tackle. Gets to the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 coming for Shelton at the 35.
So we'll give him 7 yards on that. And it's interesting. This is something. Second half, Tyler Giraldez has thrown 10 times and completed 9. So,
Okay.
What a roll, huh?
Giraldez is back in the gun. He's got 2 receivers on both sides. And then they'll bunch him up. Ross and McCullough on the near side. Back to pass he goes. He's looking at the far side. Sets his feet. Avoids a tackle, and I think he's going to be down at the 40 and a sec. Lots of 5 on that.
Giraldez was sacked by Daniel Garland of the Cougars.
That's like 2nd and 15 coming for the Highclimbers.
Okay, the passing situation for the Highclimbers. It's amazing how one play can turn the momentum. I mean, if we hadn't had that incomplete pass, Shelton would have 3 touchdowns by now.
So 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Dump off good, complete to Kimball. Kimball breaks a tackle and gets a big chunk of that 15 yards back. He's up to the 27.
Well, let's give you 14 yards on that one. That's his 5th pass caught by Kyle Kimball this half.
So a 3rd and 2 coming for the Highclimbers. Giraldez will go out of the gun, send 3 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Nobody in the backfield with him. He's going to dump it off the middle. Ooh, targeting Marshall McCullough. Threw it before McCullough could turn around. He didn't see the ball. Incomplete. Brings up 4th and 2. I just think we haven't really talked much about Marshall.
No, that's the
today.
First pass that's been thrown to Marshall this game.
Willie Ruiz is back in the lineup, and McCullough will get a rest. Out of the gun will go Giraldez. They'll send 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. It's Skylar Ross on the near side. Ruiz is the back beside Giraldez. He's going to set his feet, throw, and miss Taylor Toney. 4th down. Coming. Over on downs it goes. I'm sorry, that was 4th down, wasn't it?
And I think Capital is just going to run it out here. I think they're going to just rely on the running game. Maybe mix it up and throw a long pass like they have a couple times this half.
So they'll get the ball on their own 27-yard line. A little breeze coming in from the north. It's got a little chill to it, Jerry.
Yeah, I know. I should have brought another sweatshirt or coat.
Well, I got a coat down here. I don't have a time to put it on. So 1st and 10 for Capital with 7:34 to go in the ball game. They lead 42-14. So out of the pistol will go Bertelli again. Got a receiver on each side. Hand it off, straight up the middle. Oh my. Who's on the run there? I think that's Jackson, isn't it? Yes, it is. Jackson gets in. Touchdown.
But we do have a flag.
Oh, we have a flag way back by
the 28-yard line.
By the line of scrimmage. Kyle Kimball almost caught him from behind. It's coming back, though.
Could be a hold. Usually that's where...
Oh, it's a false start. Wow. That's usually the area where you see a hold, but it was a false start. So we got to do this all over again.
What a cost.
Boy. So it'll be back at the 22.
Negates a beautiful run.
So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 22.
That would have been a 76-yard run? Yeah.
73.
Okay. Wow.
Cougars studio, they take all the pictures for all our programs. So they're really also do a lot of photos for our seniors. A great studio. So thank you, Cougars studio.
Boy, Eric Jackson must be really upset about that. That was a pretty nice run for him.
Yeah, it was.
So we have a 1st and 15 for Capital on their own 22-yard line now. 7:21 to go here in the ball game. Capital on top, and the Cougars have the ball. Out of the pistol. And another handoff. Looks like the same play. This time the Highclimbers stop Jackson after a gain of a couple. Makes it 2nd and 13.
That's his first carry of this half. Or no, excuse me, his 3rd carry. So.
Now the clock is running under 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. Same formation. It's a pistol formation with a receiver on each side. It's pretty much the favorite, and we have a whistle.
Yeah, we've had a big drop in temperature.
Wind is coming in from the north. Little high snap handoff this time to a new running back. That's Tegan Ralph with the carry. Doesn't get anything and loses yardage. So there's Tegan's 24nd carry of the ball game, I believe. Back at the 20, a loss of 4, so it's 3rd and, 16?
Yeah, 3rd and 16?
Yep. Same formation as they've done most of the evening. Ball's back at the 20. Handoff. I think this is Ralph again, trying to find some room. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Shelton stopped that attempt. Yep, it's Ralph again, getting up off the ground. That brings up 4th down from the 20. So it looks like a
no gain.
No gain and a punting situation for the Cougars. As Chris Pinner will be out there to punt it away, and Skylar Ross is going to go back deeper. Is that Kenyon? High punt. The Ross takes it to 40 and get to about the 42 before he's just covered under. No, that's Kenyon, excuse me. Jason Kenyon back deep for the Highclimbers.
And Jason tried to run it back, but that ground is wet and just not in good shape. And he kind of lost his footing on that.
Well, I guess they're only going to give him 1 yard on that return. I thought he got at least 2. But, oh, well.
Oh, Diedrich. What am I going to do with him?
Oh, out of the gun will go Giraldus. He has 2 receivers on each side, and the back is Isaiah Stewart beside him to his left. Short drop. Looks over the middle. Eyes the guy. He's got a guy out there. Nice, almost nice catch by Kyle Kimball, but he dropped it. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think if he had caught it, he would have gone all the way because the person that was defending him lost his traction on that.
That was Pinner on the coverage.
Yeah. Yeah, the footing's not good out there, you can tell.
Well, and we're in the better end of the field right now.
Yeah.
Although it does look like it's dried out a lot on the north end. Out of the gun will go Giraldus. Back to pass he goes. Yeah, go on the runs. Dumps it off complete and then dropped right after the catch. Is that Stewart on the catch? Or I can't see who that is.
Catch was made there by Trenton Hughes for the Highclimbers.
Number 30.
Trenton Hughes. Okay, there we go. I haven't seen him tonight. Short gain, 3rd down coming, and that just a couple yard gain there. to the 43. 3rd and 8 for Shelton. 3 receivers in the near side, 1 to the far side. Singles back beside Giraldus, barking out the count. Trying to do the hard count there. Back to pass he goes, a little bit of pressure. He'll throw near side.
Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall McCullough couldn't corral that one. That was way too high, and that brings up 4th down. So Cody Bragg will come on to punt it away.
Well, Tyler's thrown it 26 times.
See if Bragg can get off another boomer.
Yeah, it's completed 12 of 26.
Lots of time there. He does get a high one. A fair catch called for. Whoops. Bertelli will let bounce over his head.
And it's down.
Come up short. And they come up to the 25, excuse me.
And the Cougars will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
So the Cougars have a 1st and 10 on their own 25. And we're under 4 minutes to go in this ball game. Capital on top, 42-14. Bertelli is back out there for Capital. Got a couple of new guys there. Handoff in the middle. Still fighting his way. Got some clean uniforms out there, Jerry. I didn't see who was on the carry. Oh, that was Ralph again on the carry. Got a couple of yards to the 27. Actually 26. 2nd and 9. Under 3.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Telly taking his time. On the snap, little pitch this time. And I think that's Ralph on the toss sweep to the left. Yep, it is. Not very much on that, if anything at all. So it brings up 3rd. And I'll call it 8, give him a yard on that one, Jerry.
Okay, just did.
Ball's at the 28-yard line. 6 yards to go. 3rd and 6 yards to go for the Cougars.
Cougars break the huddle. And back in the pistol. The receiver on each side. Back beside Bertelli, one behind him. Somebody's jumping. I don't know if you're going to call that a false start or encroachment on that. It's a false start, so marching back 5.
False start against the Cougars, moving the ball back.
Back to the 22.
We have seen very few penalties tonight, although the one penalty was very, very costly.
Yeah.
For Capital.
3rd and a dozen coming for the Cougars. Same formation as last time. Hand off to Ralph. Ralph trying to get around the left side. Not much there. Brings it 4th down. Oh, get about, looks like you got 5 on that, Jerry. So 4th down coming in a punting situation for the Cougars.
Yeah, number 22 is back deep.
Yeah, Jason Kenyon will go back about his 40 to receive this kick for the Highclimbers. Taking their time. Clock is running, 2:15 to go in the ball game. There's the snap. High, spiraling kick again.
Nice punt.
Driving Kenyon back, and he bobbled it at the 25 and then fell on it. I think he was trying to call for a fair catch.
Yeah.
So Shelton will take over on their own 25. 1st and 10.
48-yard punt, and yeah, you're right. Jason Kenyon was trying to call a fair catch, and again, he lost the footing.
Well, he was also running backwards to get behind that. They're just, I mean, the punting and the kicking in the game has been just tremendous.
It's been great.
And the returners aren't giving that cushion like they should. They should be going towards the ball, not running backwards.
Right.
But, you know.
Just not expecting it.
So 2:05 to go in the ball game. 42-14 is our score. Capital on top, and we do have a timeout, I guess, by Shelton. So we'll step aside, and we'll be back with the last 2 minutes and 5 seconds here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know. Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Well, the Shelton Highclimbers have a 1st and 10 on their own 25. 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go in this ball game. See what they can produce here. Something positive before the time runs out, as they do trail by a bunch. Looks like the Highclimbers are going back to the I formation. I think we've got some new numbers out there, Jerry. Yep. Handoff, and Trevor Meyer is the QB for the Highclimbers this trip out, and the running back, I'm going to say, John Paul Lester. Or is it Kenyon that took that run? This is the future of the Highclimbers right here. And it's Kenyon at the end of the I, so it was Kenyon on that carry. Inside handoff to the fullback this time. I'm assuming that's
got a first down.
I'm thinking that's Max Falcon. Yeah, Max Falcon with that quick handoff and a first down.
And he's been involved in a couple pass plays. He was the one that caught the first 2 passes thrown by Tyler Giraldus.
So first down for the younger players of the Highclimbers. Approaching a minute 20 to go in the ball game. Trevor Meyer running the show. Max Falcon and Jason Kenyon in the backfield. 2 receivers far side. Handoff to Kenyon. Kenyon gets tried to go around the right side, cut back to the middle. Gets up to about the 45. Give him about 8 yards on that. No, they got spotted at the 44. So make it 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 3 yards to go. Ball's at the 34-yard line of Shelton.
So the I formation again for Meyer. Offset to the near side. Hard count. Handoff. Kenyon losing some yards on that. Couldn't avoid the penetration by the Cougars. Oh, it's Stewart on the carry. Excuse me, Jerry. So a loss of about 3 to the 41.
Yep.
Under 10 seconds to go here in the ballgame. Will they get another playoff before it's final?
Nope, it doesn't look like it.
Might. Nope, that'll be it. Nope, and that'll be it. So 000s are up on the scoreboard. Final score 42-14. Take a timeout. We'll be back and we'll wrap this thing up as Capital Cougars knock off the Shelton Highclimbers here tonight at Highclimber Stadium. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hillcrest Shell is now open, conveniently located on Highway 3 at the corner of Olympic Highway South and Cascade Avenue in Shelton. Hillcrest Shell offers quality gasoline at affordable prices, and you can use your Fred Meyer or QFC rewards points to save even more at the pump. Free coffee to help with your morning commute, a variety of snacks and other goodies to help you get through the day, and friendly service as Eric is back in town. Hillcrest Shell on Highway 3 at the corner of Olympic Highway South and Cascade Avenue in Shelton.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Anything can happen on Thursday. America was born on a Thursday. So was Odell Beckham Jr. and that Pac-Man guy. Oh, and this happened. Anything can happen on Thursday. Thursday Night Football, Thursday at 5 on NFL Network.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over. When you see lights,
Vests. Or reflectors.
please give us some room. Slow down and move over. When you need us,
We've got your back.
do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back? Please, slow down.
And move over.
Final score, 42 for Capital, 14 for Shelton. We'll take another time out, and we'll get the statistical breakdown of this game from Jerry Apple. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
He's on his way. He doesn't even know that we're here. Is he okay? Please tell me he's okay.
Laura.
Okay, try to call him again.
There's no signal.
Try.
Nothing's working.
Well, just
Everything's
try.
down.
This is so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
With high school football season winding down, we turn our thoughts towards basketball. This season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, plans to broadcast 24 games from all over Mason County. Our schedule has 9 Shelton boys games, 8 featuring the Lady Climbers, more than half a dozen in North Mason, and a few from Merriam Knight. Basketball season starts November 28th, and you can watch all the action on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Advertising packages are available.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
In my grocery store, you never know what's around the corner. It's not just about the groceries, it's about the game. And there's always a twist. Sorry, this one's called 5 items or less. Stop working! Woo!
All new, Sunday night at 8, Guys Grocery Games on Food Network.
Senior night didn't turn out too well for the Shelton Highclimbers. They fall to the Capital Cougars 42-14. And if you're ready, Jerry, what do you have on those nicely organized pieces of paper?
Well, they're a little better organized.
I'm just kidding.
Not much, though. Still. Okay. Capital, unofficially, got 16 first downs. Shelton got 12. Shelton had second half came alive in their passing game. In the second half, they had completed 10 of 16. So you add that to the 1 for 10 in the first half, and they got 11 passes completed out of 26. 11 out of 26. So they did a lot better in the second half in their passing. The leading receiver for Shelton was Kyle Kimball. He caught 5 passes longest one was for 36 yards. And Willie Ruiz caught a couple passes, one for 30 yards. So in doing the math here, we're looking at Shelton had 143 yards in the air. Whoops, let's see. Excuse me. They had 158 yards, excuse me. They had 143 in the second half passing and 15 yards in the first half, which is a total of 158.
Okay.
Now, Shelton had 75 yards on the ground in the first half, 32 in the second half, for a total of 107. So if you add up the 158 and the
107. 265.
265. Yep, that's what I've got. 265. Capital had 16 first downs. They had 176 yards in the air, and they had 185 yards on the ground. And so they had a total of 361 yards compared to the 265. The leading rushers, of course, were number 31 and 7 for Capital, and Wiley was the leading rusher for the Highclimbers. He had 13 carries for 66 yards, and then
a touchdown.
And a touchdown. He had 3 carries for 21 yards in the second half. We had 16 carries for 87 yards. He had a pretty good ball game. You know, he did fairly well, I thought. And, you know, Shelton, like we said, Tyler Giraldus got going there in the second half. I mean, I think he completed like out of 11 passes, 10 of them, 10 of 11, and 7 in a row. You know, the big play, if I'm not mistaken, it was 31-14, and we threw that interception in the red zone.
Right.
If we had completed that, if we had got a touchdown there, I know a lot of what ifs, but that would have made it 31-21.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, anything could have happened after that, you know, but that one interception there really broke our back in the second half. Scoring summary. Let's do it for Capital first. And you know what's nice is when you're keeping statistics, keep it all on one page.
Sometimes that's hard to do.
Because if you try to do the first half on one page and the second half on another page, then it just really becomes hard. Okay, here's the scoring summary for Capital. Chris Penner had a 12-yard touchdown run. PAT was good, made it 7-0. And then there was a 5-yard touchdown pass to number 3. Point after attempt was good, made it 14-0. And then Shelton scored, and they scored on a They scored on a 1-yard touchdown run by Tyler Giraldus, and that made it 14-7. Okay, and then Capital made another touchdown to make it 21-7. Number 31, one of the running backs, got a 2-yard touchdown run. Point after attempt was good, 21-7. And then a 63-yard touchdown pass to number 15. Is that Martin?
15 is, I think it is. Let me double check that. Chase Martin, yes.
Yeah, Chase Martin. And the point after attempt was good, made it 28-7. And then Jack Collard made an interception for a 30-yard touchdown run, made it 35-7 with the point after attempt. And then I think did Shelton score again? I think after that, Shelton scored.
Yeah, Willie Ruiz.
Wiley Ruiz had a 30-yard touchdown run. Point after attempt was good. That made it 35-14. And then the final touchdown that made it 42-14 was by Nathan Tyler, and that was a 1-yard touchdown run. Point after attempt was good. You know, the big thing I thought tonight I was really impressed was, like you said, was the punting game.
The kicking game was awesome.
Yeah. You know, I mean,
kickers don't get their due a lot of the time.
And they don't. And the other thing I thought was really neat was we had a couple really nice runbacks by Isaiah Stewart, got a 30-yard return and on a kickoff, and Kyle Kimball had a 30-yard kickoff return. And you know, like you said, Kyle Kimball, I would have to be the defensive player of the game, although Tony was in a lot of tackles. So,
okay, Jerry, I thank you for your statistics as always. The Highclimbers dropped to 3-6 on the season. The Cougars improved to 3-6, 6-3. This gets very confusing.
And just one other thing to say, you know, we thought that Gig Harbor and Peninsula, remember at the first of the year, we thought those were going to be the two teams. Well, they've kind of slipped a little bit. Now we look at two teams from Timberline last night.
Timberline beat Peninsula 7-3.
And Capital, to me, is a very improved team from the beginning of the season. And looks like they're right in the thick of that, third place? And Peninsula's second and Timberline's first?
Let's see. Let's take a look here. This is not updated as with the new stuff, but this is the way it was coming into tonight. Peninsula at the top, and Timberline both the 6-1 in league. Capital at the number 3 spot. Gig Harbor at the number 4 spot. Those are your top 4 teams heading into the playoffs next week. So unfortunately, Shelton is not involved in playoffs, but they do have a game, and they will be playing Wilson at the Stadium Bowl next Friday.
Okay.
So we'll be on hand for that.
Yeah.
So my thanks again to Jerry Apple for helping me out with these games as much as he can. And again, the final, 42-14.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you next week.
Okay. Thanks, Jerry. It's, again, that final, 42-14. The Capital knocking off Shelton here tonight.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected, and Hillcrest Shell, offering affordable prices and friendly service.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.